Welcome back from the lunch break. Shall we continue, Council? If you're ready, please proceed.
Yes, Mr. Chair. The witness is being brought in as we speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, Mr. Witness. Thank you. I hope you have rested well and ready to proceed. Yes. Before the break, we have covered your background, your brief spell in the Janneh administration.
Jandim bitala break la ni kachal dulal min kacha wala mi fango ka fotandi molle jomali mdeti ani ya jamela mansakunda la maranya
and your life as a businessman and some of the problems you have come to discover about the problems confronting the citizens, which you have come to learn more about as a businessman.
Anim fanang ila balu kom muk molti mi alon ko mi businessman ulti anim ko ya kul mi alon ko karola.
We have talked about the Janneh administration and how you perceive the administration.
Jamela mansakunda ya ku ko chale ani ifango mansakunda ya jamela mansakunda ya jenyadile ifang fe.
And the dissatisfactions which caused you to be a founding member of the Gambia's Coalition for Change.
Anata ke moti fana mi alonko ya jamela mansakunda mi nyabo fana ke moti mi alonko inata lo kafo mi alonko wolle ba la ko falingo ke jamela mansakunda.
Could you now tell us the activities of that organization which ultimately led to your arrest?
Silang wo kafo nying ila doko Kenya fo molie mune mila doko ti fo nata sabu inate muta wokono.
It was at the height of the Arab Spring.
Aketa watu la watu me alonko Arab bankol bela o balambaya bala to moment ka fayeng Arab Spring.
And we looked at what youth movements were doing in Libya and other Arab countries.
So nga jube funding ke ka folu be muneta mandi kanu Libya banko kang aning Arab banko kotengolo.
So we set a website and released and issued press releases as necessary.
Mfanali mfansun computer la sili korda londi ka fo may website bitu mfanal nga jube kolu menu kumayata inyanta ngawlu kibarul dundije.
We also plan to establish a radio station and also print and distribute T-shirts.
Nganyum fanang hamme purka radio bungo londi mfaye andum pareta num purka T-shirt lu deda safero lu bekala menno bala men yalon ko mbe parela ke janjandi.
In fact, we received the radio equipment in Senegal. We got it in Senegal and planned at some point to print and distribute T-shirts.
Andu radio jorangol wol natale hanfo e futata Senegal nge sotoy be Senegal no wotumo andum pareta num fanan hanfo nga dati pour ka T-shirt lu deda ka safero lu ke bala men nyanta janjanna.
During that period too, anytime the government issued a statement, we would react in the form of a press release.
Wotembo mansakunda kana kumakang lumenu be bondi ye fewo fem bondi ndel fanal ka jabiro kele isaje nsi kibaru bengo ke nga kibaru lu fintindi woko la lanya kam.
We reported on stuff that we saw as transgressions in the country.
Nga kubukulu fintindi meni alonko ngaje ko wulumu ku kebalol leti tonyer ko le multi menu manyang banko kanjang.
That was how the organization started before up to May 2011.
Nakafoda mutata wonyale nga kuolu samba wole nyama hani fo May karo kono 2011 sangokono.
And okay, during celebrations marking African Liberation Day,
mbe juraro luke kan tumo men lumen ika mofindula fansoto nin taram fambulo jura lungo menna ika fome African Liberation Day mbe juraro la kelan lumen.
I participated at a panel discussion at the University of the Gambia.
Ndefango tarta ma beta alifalla ben kachato e kafome panel discussion Gambia la University oto.
Together with people like Madi Cisse,
Nimmodolu menube ko Madi Cisse,
Madi Jobate,
Madi Jobates,
Dr. Cisse,
Dr. Cisse,
Amisilla, and many others.
Ani mo jama kotengolu.
Got excited at that event and decided to launch CCG's activities much earlier than planned.
Okuo duntal na hanufo ayakendi nko CCG nyanta kolu menu kela ila kuketa lunga dati juna fang hani janni nga wato men ebanu janni obesila nga kolu jombo.
So we printed 100 T-shirts and distributed them, T-shirts with End Dictatorship Now.
Nga T-shirt dondi kolu dada nga saferu luke bala hanufo nge janjandi membita fokke me nyomfang nga safe bala ali tajire maralo ali nga akumfasa.
It took several days and no one arrested us and no one arrested me, and that was a surprise, so I kept wearing the T-shirt going into public places.
Tili jamata mo mamuta yo wodum fona tan terenne kato tili olukono ni o T-shirt le kafintin kadun dinkiralto dameni alonko jamata dulal le molti.
Were you expecting that you would be arrested for wearing a T-shirt bearing those words?
Fo yalo nunko ite bine mutale kato nyenyi T-shirt dun kadung mol kono. Ye ujiko stole ko bine mutale.
I expected that because just before the event,
njikita nungolela kato jannin ko nyim fangwekela
I made sure
najinjele ko
I took care of my mom.
ngambama la kulu topoto.
I got her a taxi
Nga taxi yo nyini ngaye
to sustain her while there was the possibility of me getting arrested.
Puru taxi yo ala sololu kasikara ala sololu topoto kato tumo mbeji kirin koy be mutalale isaje nimbe muto kono o taxi yo sikara ala kulu topoto.
I sent my main vehicle to Dakar.
Na fansu moto ba mfanka tama moto mena ngaki Dakar.
And I planned on leaving after several days of not getting arrested.
Andu ngani fero muta puru no tili jamalu ni tilo lutambita imam muta ndefang be banko bulalale.
But the day that I was ready to leave so we can set up the radio stations and come out in the open, that was when I got arrested on June 6th.
Lumenga parendi puru hanfo ndefang si banko bulaisaje ninga keta nyamen si radio bungo nyin jombo nsi doko datije wala keta jun karo tili woroti wolunna muita tante famuta.
What was the particular reason that made you believe that you would be arrested?
Mune atina wala mun kule fango yatina fete fango lata ko ite be labanne mutalale.
Because I had seen people who made just innocent statements about the president, about the government, sometimes getting killed. Not just journalists, but opinion leaders. So I expected at least to be arrested.
Katu mo ngajele ko molu ka kumakangulu men yalon ko kumakangulu banke man sakunda la karola kumolu fo wolu hana manke kuloti mo kensengol le mol doluti hana manke journalistol da manti ye molu dolu mutale hanu fo ye dolu fa ikono fang wala nan jikita ko be mutalale.
Your words are, I expected at least that I would be arrested.
Yes.
So you reconciled yourself to the possibility that something even more serious could happen.
Akwamta ko iti jikita nunuko ibe mutalale wati be sotole be mutala wayat na ifam parendi kaje ko hani kumi alon ko wala jawyata wote fang ipareta kamal.
Yes, I knew as a former minister, Janneh would not take my activities kindly. And I also figured that in both Tunisia, Libya, and the countries we're talking about, something had to spark change. And I was willing.
Andu watumo ngaju bele ko jamme bukala fiwo ku façon le memmen sike kuti me yalon ko ase ke akuti memmandi ate andu nga santiyon lu jube Libya Tunisia aninyi Arab banku kotangulu membe lari ngol to tumo nga jele ko kube kelele membe falingu sababula.
So you are ready to be that catalyst or the sacrificial lamb, if you will.
Amanta ko ite sila ipareta wala kaje ko e wakili pour ye dungo ko no hani kuku be kelele be pareri ne don danko falingo ke.
I was hoping it would not get to that, but that was a possibility that I took into consideration.
Mbejikirin na nunko tumandolu ko lu tefuta la tembe dato bari bitum fana ngani mirale ko asekeno le ofana yekede ko ko lu si sangaro no nyami.
Where did the plan go wrong?
Silang allangin ferolu inata tinyale ba.
Well, I may have started the activity too soon, but I don't think it went wrong.
Aseke ngakulu damuta junale bari mamira kusotonta je menti nyata wala memmanke anyama.
You enjoyed at least 72 hours of liberty, wherein you wore the T-shirt and went around. What happened after that?
Ye fans wondi kaje ko ye fans soto montoro tilisaba wato mine be tisato dunkan be dunkan mol kono wakola munena take.
On June 6th, a group of plainclothes officers came to my office at Kotu.
June karo tiliworo kafuna na office men yalon koy buka uniform dunde ka nying feto fata kense ngol dun teron ina tanna office oto wolum June karo tiliworo.
And told me that I was in trouble for distributing T-shirts and arrested me.
Andu ye nyum fo nyanko ngam fandundi kolea kono le puru ngawo dondi ko lu menu janjang T-shirt lu men yalon ko safero be bala andu ye muta wolu nafana.
Did they tell you what offense you committed?
Ya fo ni yelu watinya mun kulle ke kaje ko yelu watinyale.
I was told that the president was very upset by the message on the T-shirts, and that was a serious crime.
Ye nyele fo nyanko kuma kan lu membe saferi wo T-shirt dondi ko lu bala wo keta president ngo ni ku ya baleti wo dalilo le ya sabu e wulta nam pour kanam muta.
What was the crime? Was it the message or the fact that the president was upset?
Mune keta koti mi alon ko wole man betia alla wo do koto fo kuma kangol mi be min ki kam mol kan wala fo e president wala ngi man kontano ko la wala na ko ya to nyele.
I would say the president being upset, particularly by the message, and that's a theme that I experienced even in prison. Some prison officials telling me, why did you make the president angry?
Omukuleti me yalon ko ngani njikile nunko na wo kuma kango membe safari wo T-shirt ul bala wo kuma kangolu wole keta president ngo ni kuyati kadu nata wo jero ke hanimbe kasola tumomen wo kasola do kula lu kanai ka fanyenko muna na ye president ngo kamfandi.
Dr. Janneh, let's be on the same level.
Okay.
Ko Dr. Janneh
It was criminal to make the president angry? Are we serious?
Well, I know normally even those words, putting out end dictatorship now, as someone who believed in freedom of expression, no one should be prosecuted for that. But their concern was that I made the president angry.
Alinga tajiri mararo kumfa saing umukumaleti ning ayatara tonya kalimo la taram famburo beloring umanya na kila tanati bari bitu italiyo le mutako konga president ngo kamfandi le woda lilo le asabu.
Hell, that is interesting. But
which is why I never expected to be charged with treason.
Wala akendi manyin jikinin ko koy bente tumila ko ngajam fa jawole ke wala banko kan kukurun jaw.
You took it lightly after all because you thought this cannot be a serious anything for that matter.
Fango ya ma ke fenti kaje ko ko nyinkul nyinga se jawyano fa.
Yes, that's why I engaged in lots of back and forth during that initial arrest, even refusing to indicate anything about tribe or to refuse to put nationality, just Gambia and US, because I took it lightly, not lightly, but I didn't think it was at the level of treason.
Wala nanga kuolu tawonya kadu hani kuolu nyilukono man si fatam fansi kije man kam si la kam kuma foje wala na mata fanan ko kusono yari wala kundin namude bari bitum fanan ma afutandi tembeto me ya lonko isa foko yente tumi kulela ko ngaman sale kajafi.
You raise an interesting issue here, the issue of tribe. When you were arrested, were you asked what tribe you belong to?
Ko kuma fanan fo jamia lon ko anyabo warta kom nyin si fatam fanso kabri ye muta fo ye nyinin kale kom fo imusi jumalti.
Yes, I was asked, and when I didn't give any answer, they decided they were going to put Mandinka, and I insisted that if they put Mandinka, I was not going to sign the document, and I believe it was left blank.
Ha biri muta ye nyininka man son kuma fola biri man na kuma fon be dering a etele nyina foko to sai ibe mandinka le safela je konte mo siwolete nko ye nali ya safenta sain la bitu dalilo le ya sabu ina ta kaito bula je wonya abe o tembo mento nya man na fenkije man na si safeje.
And they would not have been satisfied that you are just Gambian and that the tribe you belong to did not matter at all.
Andu wo tetol sewon la ko ite ay manke ko komi hani mu mandin koltiva ko bore mu Gambia dingoliti wala yatina ko hani si fatam fanso fam manjari wodulanto fa.
Yes, they insisted on me identifying which tribe I belonged to, and ultimately I did not, but it took a while.
Ha wala nande fanam balanta nyin dinkira la ka fo munyi si kari leti adun kolu tententa nan wala nyama andu wonata wati tale.
Well, just to digress a little bit, in some progressive African societies, the classification as to tribe is even expunged, is now banned in all public documents. Would you advocate for something like that in Gambia? Just a digression.
Comme ni ani ajibe bantala banku dolto fam comme ni si fatam fansu ko li tol yo ko bayle fo ite ni te bo ko dela do ko tamandila iba ko kala jele be day si fatam fanso dabula la kono le ba.
I would recommend that because it's sometimes problematic. If I identified myself as Mandinka, my brother, same father, would probably identify himself as Pular because my father belongs to a tribe that's almost non-existent here. So I think we should just do away with tribe and focus on some national identity. Gambian, that's all.
Ngamira aketa anyinyata wale nyama ko si kolu nyanta wulu landilale andu nyanta wu bailale katu ninte kumisali kama nkomu mandinkaleti nimme mbota lasire kilingo to mbadi nguyele kilingo ning ya foko atebota siro le to me ya lon ko fango sio ulman so to nyimbanko kan abina kila kuleti me ya lon ko lanyati taralala wala na ndefana ngamuta wonya adum womu kuleti me ya lon ko nyanta ke fero kila le puru kawa wolodula ke wala nyimbanko kan.
And Jammeh exploited tribal divisions to maintain his grip on power.
Adun Jammeh bulata o si fatam fansi silo le noma pur kala sembo bambandi mararo la karola.
And precisely the reason why I put this on the record, because tribalism is one of the problems that has afflicted many African societies, and it is something we have to get rid of in order to progress in this world.
Kon ulat na te fango yang nijile ko ka jartele ka bula rekodo kono kaje ko hani na banko ka nyaji be science mbetembo minto si fatam fanso mu problem wolte andu nyanta ko bayale ka bondin kono saje nga nyato tasoto.
But we would come back to this particular issue because we could see that in your statement it has popped up in two different areas. So tell us more about when you were arrested, what happened?
When I was arrested, I was taken to the PIU, Police Intervention Unit headquarters at Kanifing.
yen samba PIU la Cordoba to police intervention unit ila Cordoba membe kanifing yen samba jele.
Did they explain to you why they had to take you to the PIU?
Asata ile ka foi ko munatina itol nyante samba la wo dulanto PIU unit.
They told me a panel had been set up during the search for, the T-shirts and things associated with it, and that I was going to the PIU to meet the panel.
Ya fanyanko ya alfa kafule sindi ikafoma ye panel me ya lonko o dalilo le ya sabu biri kisikisi rolu ke o dondi ko la ko la karola sa en wala na ko en samba PIU pro nsilo wo panelo nyati lula ni ediamu.
Did you tell them that the PIU had no business in dealing with that issue? It's a police intervention force to deal with riots and so on, and has nothing to do with distribution of T-shirts?
Silang foite se ite ngumo foile kaje ko PIU idol manya ne dablo la kokono ni min mi dablo la kono wolon police solti kaje ko e nyin T-shirtol min janjandi asikeno police ol nyante ko man la ka ke nyin kala ko wala.
I assume that as professionals, they ought to know that better.
Well, we have seen that during those days, a lot of institutions assumed new responsibilities that were completely out of line with their statutory, with the rules that established them, like NIA doing police work, drug squad doing espionage, and even the military being involved in basic arrests.
Bare ifango saje ko wato doku bundalo tol wo mantara nunga nyame buka loi samba nyante la doko samba nyame e ka jele doku bunda mi manke ala doko ta te ka dabula woto police ol sit police militaire doko ke wala militaire fango se e dabula e police doko wato wala be kerino.
It looks like this was an aberration, a new getting the PIU involved in activities that were certainly not its traditional or its core responsibilities according to the instruments that established them.
Hana manke itol ngi mukule timande itol maje fenti fang wala na hani PIU ke da dundi kul mi alon ko itol le manyanna tamandla.
Yes, just like the NIA being involved in settling civil disputes, could be over debts or non-payment of a debt. People at the time resorted to the NIA. The PIU essentially doing the same thing is an example of what you've just mentioned.
Ulem tonyala katwa amulunte lefango tumo kodo kubunda membe ko NIA ye dabula kolto men ya manke la siloti ko ka fo julujo baliya kunyalu ike la ko ike dabula wolto hani PIU fonfana ike dabula wo ku fasongol to le men ya lonka manke la do kuti ka julu kanengulu ani wo ku ko tangulu.
So you went along, you went to meet this panel. Could you tell us who were these panelists and which institutions they belonged to? Which parts of the security services they belong to?
Silang ite kontinenta wala nyama kate danko nyi kafola mi milondi andung ite ma long fesa fono mole bota bunda juma doko bunda juma to wala bota na kanto da bunda juma to.
I know they were all from the police force. You had Mamadou Ba.
Na lonko bebota na police bundala kato mobije kafo me Mamadou Ba.
Bakeba Suso. Ismaila Mendy. Usman Top. Suleiman Gay. And one guy, one Salah guy.
And
Famara
Wasature.
And they were not wearing uniforms, and they used a civilian vehicle to take me from my office, and that was my major concern when I first arrived at the PIU, that I may be missing without trace.
Adu nyimolu ma uniform dung, andum fanang enim moto mem fonata civilian motolem yem bondina officer kansamba wole fonata ndeung kwa se keno ntela koye fili molu talon nambe dameng italon nambe tembeda jumalto.
Was that something that used to happen in this country at that time? Missing without trace?
Fo mukuleti mi yalon kaka kenu na banko kono jam mo yalon ko moye yemang andu silati je sa mari nyini no kaje ko yalon abedame.
Yes, that was the case, and frequently reported in local newspapers, particularly Foroya.
Wala be keri nu wotumo kato wotumo jandin jang akibaro lu sifinti adun kibar kaito mem fango kataria wo kibaro lu finti ndila ikafole Foroya kibar kaito.
So what happened when you first met the panel?
They asked whether I was behind the printing and distribution of the T-shirts, and I confirmed that to them.
Ye nyininka foloko wo T-shirt luke dada ninka saferu luke bala fo ntele dum moti membe okoma banga so mkato nya ndinko ye ha.
They also asked if anyone else was involved, and I said no, I was the only one involved in the act.
Ye nyininka fo ntani modole fanambe dendinka odo ko tamandi bang nko ye hani de nimmo wo mandi mandengala nte kilingole ba ko nyindo ko kono.
And while I was there, they rounded up some folks from the street who may have been wearing the T-shirt, beat them mercilessly, and brought them in.
Andu wato kono mbije tu momenna ye modolu muta silo kameni alonko wo T-shirt lebe dundingi wolula ye muta ye bute dimending ye nati ke nati o dinkiratu je.
How do you know that they were beaten?
Well, other than what transpired before they came to the PIU.
Well, woto kolu tamata nyaming janning fo ibolu nati la PIU.
One of them was asked to tell them who gave him the T-shirt, and he said he didn't know because someone just threw it at him.
Ye kilinyinin kai kono ko ayo T-shirt soto nyadile wala jumale ya diala amari ko amalonde katu mole yo kai chika aya faya kang.
But when he was taken next door, and I could hear, the beatings, he came back and told them I was the one who gave him the T-shirts.
Essentially, he was tortured to confess.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though I admitted to distributing all of them.
Do you know who took him to the place where he was tortured?
Well, 3 people were doing most of it. Bakeba Suso, Mamadou Ba, and Famara Wasature.
Mo sabale be wo liparola nun kendeke Bakeba Ture Bakeba Suso Famara Wasature aning Sabanjango Todu
Banjango Mamadou Ba.
In essence, these 3 people were involved in torture.
Yes.
That's a serious allegation.
Yes, because the guy had never seen me before, never heard of me, and he indicated that. But after he was taken to the next room, I could hear the beatings. He came back and pointed at me.
Abe onyale katu okendingu mantelong anene manje ka fango ya funyo men foloto bari biri ya muta ya samba wo bundo kono nte fango liparolu moy biri ya murundi nang ayentele chodi kontele ngodiala.
Apart from hearing him scream during the beating, did you see anything on him which suggests that he was also tortured?
Na buta kumbo kango ite mimu ya be kumbo kang kabri bali paka kabri nga funtete ne kang e fenja balale miya tandila ko tonya ngilli pale.
Just he looked very tired. I didn't see any injuries, but he looked very tired.
Mambara majabalade barniya jube fango kalon na ko nyimbe dame abe batari mbakele.
Thank you very much for that. And after this evidence emerged, what happened?
They decided to take me back to my office to gather more evidence.
ñine mutabitun ko ise murundinna office oto yeta ka je jube kuta ke ka visite fo itel si sede ya ku kotenglu fanalu soto ntela kulu kamma.
And they insisted on only the plain clothes, 4 of them going with me in the unmarked car.
Andu ñine londi ko mo nani nteni wolle bitanyola itel kono. Andu mbita moto men na fanan abe kala moto leti me yalon ko a manke police mototi moto kense wolle mutendron.
Which of your accomplices, oh well, maybe that's not the right word, which of your co-accused was tortured at this time?
Ye monyo jumale lipano wato ni mbenu ko ke kanno?
No one, none.
Hani mote ulukono.
My knowledge.
Na londoto.
The person who was tortured, what was his name?
O modu ye millipa woto wotondi.
I don't recall his name, but he was used as a state witness.
Hakilo bota tolale. Bari kito kono inata teleta kake mansa kundala sedoti.
You would be able to get that name from the trial record. Yes. And then what happened after the officers suggested to you that they would go? It's only the plainclothes guys would go with you. What happened afterwards?
Silamune natake kabiring nata je ko ni officer solmi alon ko ite uniform oduna inni wolle nyanta tala ila officer tamune natake.
I cooperated with them and thought about ways to make sure the public knew I was under arrest by the state.
Nsonta ni ta nyola ninka kulu ke nyola bari ngaje ko aseke ko nsaitandi jamaa mulu la puru jamaa mulu ya lon ko bankola mbulole fanga yenta muta.
Fortunately, they took me by the U.S. Embassy.
Andu mena natake kunyimati yentambi ning America la embassy ma fangolela.
I asked them to stop at the petrol station by the traffic light so I can buy water because I was very thirsty and I didn't have anything to drink all day.
Nanyim foye puru ise law traffic lights law dandango la je katu mbela fila jio sana je puru mbe minna katu tilomu me ubeko no mamming.
When they stopped and the person to my left went to the petrol station to buy water,
mbiri lota je membe siri mara karola jita purkata jio sanango esansero balaje.
Also gave some money to another person to get some food as well.
Nakodo di modo fanan na puru fanan sita kadomoro sanang.
Once the two left, I bolted for the U.S. Embassy.
Biringo mo fulolu jita dorong mfanangam famfay nimbro wulta kata America Embassy okang.
They followed me screaming, "Sache, Sache."
Bulatan no may be wuri kan konde musungoleti sungofele.
How were you dressed?
Ito ite mung festival duno wato.
I had on a suit and dress shoes.
Otumo nga suto le dung aning fintiran samatolu.
That must have been an interesting sight. A thief in suits and dress shoes being chased in the middle of Kairaba Avenue.
Of course, I also had to keep saying "Sache" to confuse folks, but they outran me and caught me a few meters before the embassy gate.
Mfanamba urikana utumode mfanamba fokan sungo. Bari bitung molle mumeni alon ko itelle na tatarianteti. Janimbe futala embassy bunda ala fombe dunna yemmuta.
I was caught by Mamadou Ba.
Mamadou Ba wole yemmuta.
And he explained that if I had made it into the embassy, they would have gone there to apply for asylum too.
Ako ye nyina ko indi mako natara nte dunta nung embassy nyin kono itelo fangolu mume olu bebe dunna no male pour yeta safero keje fo America sita kayam fe ye pour sitasi America.
Why would they do that?
Because I believe they expected to face Janneh's wrath, that he would be convinced that I must have paid them to be able to escape and get into the U.S. Embassy, but they knew it was not going to be any legal process.
Nyina sobi ko ninte kanate manundunda embassy nyin kono jamebla kamfa ninga bina mellale kan Wodalilo ya sabu telefonal be dun nanu ye fero nyine impuru fanal sikana no nyaming. Katu ibe nyine mira la ko ngejo kodole la puru ndesi kana no nyaming ngata. Wodalilo le ya sabu ifanal yofo puru nyinkamala ninte dunta non ninkana tanundoro telefonal be bulala no male yeta daniro la fo isi yamfe fanali e telefonali tanka.
That would have meant 15 years in Jammeh's 5-star hotel.
Oto be kela kum na ye mutanu besangita ni lulo sort la kasokono.
Or worse.
5-star.
Or worse.
Wala men jawyata utifang.
So they rearrested you, and then what happened afterwards?
They rearrested me, but I was glad that at least I knew the U.S. Embassy cameras would have caught the action, and also some members of the public clearly recognized the security officers, including my cousin who was around.
Bari meyen sewo ye muta nyawnyanding ngalon ko America Embassy o nyatilungula kamera lu bije menu betilindin silola andun ko membe ketaje u kamera lu ben talale andun wol be memmen talaje kono ton ko lu bajelale adun fanan kola molu menu bebe bantaje wol fanali ajele menketa adun wol kono nsana o be kono je nsana o kono to me ya lonko wol be ajele menketa woto ibalon na le membe kering.
I was taken back to the PIU, and with the next trip, I was handcuffed, and they had a truckload of PIU following us.
Yo bitung ye murundi PIU bari sila kote ngo birimbe fintila ye mbulolu ye cheno bula mbulolu la adu moto fa mume o nyi moto ba ye wala fandi prumeni alonko wala ninte nyanta tala nyola.
All that to escort you to your office?
Na kamta ko molbe mimbe dandankan ke dan na drum fu pour la office auto.
Yes, they surrounded the office, armed with, I don't know what kind of guns they had.
Ni tata nyola ye ofiso nyi mume ube murule ya beng. Andu wo tumo jora ngolu bebulu men ya lonko kidi façon ngolu men bebulu ini o kido letar.
And did they eventually search your office?
Sila office inata wistele ba?
They did. They found 2 T-shirts and collected almost all of my books, political science books, book on data hydra, and customer records. They gathered as much as they can from there. They just took everything.
Ibiri je visite ye T-shirt fulataraje aning na bukolu na kitabolu men ya lonko political londo la kitabolu le moliti yo adum fanan nga saferol men ke de haydara la kolto yolu fanalu taraje yolu bele muta na kitabolu na office kono joranglu ye bele ko nyola ni tata nyola yolu samba.
Did they produce a search warrant?
Ye kaito tandile ko to nyanta ila korda la office ni wistelale.
Well, when te fango jakalile ka tunte fango la karandiroto. Go ahead. Went out.
It's all right.
I was amazed because from my teaching, I was teaching students about search and seizure warrants and tainted evidence. And to see these guys just come break my door and go in, I say, well, my lawyer will have a good time dealing with this case, but I remembered it's a dictatorship, so nothing would come out of it.
Say, men ketante fanga jakal koti, na karandiro kono, nka karandiro ke koldo la menu yalon ko wolleti linta woto ka dinkiralu te ka dun ka vistero lu ke aninka kolu tamandije. Yo babirin nata je itel fangolu nata wole kentela, bari bitunga jube otumo tajire mararo lebe kering. So nata je ko nyin, kuta bola ko nyin to wairi wole be kering, wole tilo be kering otumo bankokan.
So I take it no search warrant was produced.
Ko to mbata la ko man search warrant tandila kaje ko nyantila office wistelale.
No search warrant, and when I mentioned the fact that within 72 hours they'd have to charge me or release me, another guy, Bakeba Suso, told me, well, we can keep you for 72 hours and nothing would come out of it. Then I gave up on the legal
72
stuff.
what? For
72 days.
And nothing would come out?
Yeah, nothing would come out of it.
Biringa o kumolu fo search warrant ko aninata fo yanko well. luwa nyina foda ko tilisaba namuto manyan tambila wala bari bake ba suso na tanjabi menna wala mtelu be mutala la hani til tawro wala nimfula nci mutano wuce o fankono la adum femfente bolaji.
He was essentially confirming to you that they can violate the law with impunity.
Akamunda ko atafon be akol sendia ni kan ite ka tandila ko to fon hani luwanyi ise luwati nyano mindiate yota mandika.
Adum kuta bolaji.
Andum kuta bolaji.
Yes, and during their so-called panel sessions, they would tell me, if you don't cooperate, we'll hand you over to another group that will deal with you.
Adum hani wato men wo panelo molu wala mo kafoti e menno bendi ibe nyinin ka kantu mo menna ikanyina fanyan ko ni man son toluma e mbe cikala mbe di la kafula jang men ya lonko ibe ku kelela men ya lonko abekela atekela ku nyimati.
Do you believe you were being threatened with torture?
Silankabri okumo fue ite ilata munela ifanfe kaje ko fo yesilandileba.
I believe they were talking about the so-called junglers, that if I don't cooperate, those guys would torture me and worse could happen.
Allah tala ko ebe membe foka wonya wo jongla solu men yalon ko be jikiringi la ibe wolle la kumo foka wonya wairi wolu ni endi wolu la wolu tajire ya façon be e kake molu la ado se keno fam men jawyata tajire yati osi keno ntelale.
When they searched your premises and collected materials, did they make a list, an inventory of the material taken?
Silankabri yelangi officer ni wiste foi fengol taji. Yes, fengol sa fejele min bondila ila officer kono katandila ko nginning ngole bondila officer kono.
I never saw their list. I created my own list.
Nene me te la listo je kaito ka safe ko nginning na bondi jande bari ntengam fansunta dadale.
Well, since they did not produce or you did not see their list, I would imagine you did not sign an inventory provided by them.
Ko tonte ba jalla ko boy tol mo tandila kaje ko ila fengol nga min bondila officer kono nginning nom pour ya sign oto mbajela ko woto itol mo woke.
Yes, I didn't sign anything.
Tonya mam fen sign de.
And they took you back before the panel, correct?
Renate murundi woka photo panelo nginto.
Yes.
In the end, did the panel get anything from you?
Other
than your admission that you distributed the t-shirts?
Panelongi itol lafta mimoyle la isuata kamin soto ibulu na botangin t-shirt talangol ya soto leba.
No, and they resorted to coming up with names for me to confirm or deny involvement.
Manku soto mbulu bitu inatala ba munekela ika tolle fonteye purunga song ko wulfanal dabe ko nyin konole bari hani o fango man song ila makangolla.
Which names did they offer?
Itolim toja malli ditela.
Halifa Sallah.
Halifa Sallah.
Njoguba.
Njoguba.
Malafi Jaju.
Malafi Jaju.
I don't recall all the names, but at least 5 or so. Huh? George Christensen.
George Christensen Fananda.
He was my good friend.
Yo Fananto for the Kato Munteri Kende Baltino Mutumo.
Late Sirif Mustafa Diba?
Yes.
Nintala Sirif Mustafa Diba ha Iko Fananda Bijel, Yo Fanantofole.
Oje Jalo, former minister.
Yes.
Ning Oje Jalo men Neneketa ministati, Yo Fanantofo.
But at the end of that interview, what happened?
Interview kola. Mune natanake.
They seized one of my cars and then drove me in the vehicle to toward the airport.
Yen namotolu kono kilindi yaku yata. Yen bulandi wala kono yen samba hanfo kluntila jirulato yen samba woto otumo.
Seeing that you are going to the airport, what was in your mind?
Briaje ko ite betol bulu andu ye nyati linkata airport mune be nungila sondo moto mune be tama ko nungila sondo moto ko mune be kelela.
Well, for some reason I thought I was going to be deported. Maybe the US embassy got involved and they just want to deport me. Expel.
Ngame mira nuotumo wole mnyinti ko ibe mfintindi la banko kanne diakuya katun hakilo tata nyinkan asekeno America embassy o ye dabula ko nyin kono lentela ko la karola o dalilo le asabu ilafta pour kam fintindi banko kan ngata.
Tell us what happened when you arrived at the airport and which part of the airport you were taken to.
Silanga fo molie kabri fra airport o muneketela andung airport juma yesamba airport juma alto.
We went past the new airport terminal and headed to the old, seemingly unused building.
Birim bitakan tatale hanu fumfutata airport kuto nyinto de kuluntila jidula kuto nyinto. Barin nataje itambita wotolale yen samba konoto kata dinkirato dami yalonko wole mkuluntila jidula fulo la bunguluti meni yalonko wotumo do kubuka keoto.
That's when I got worried.
You said seemingly unused.
Ya fojan ko mu bunguleti mi yalonko mobuka
Motembo do kubuka
keje.
How do you translate seemingly?
Beko abuluntako abeko
Abuluntaleko ibuka use no. Okay. Why did you use those words? Seemingly unused part of the seemingly unused building in the airport.
Because it looked run down from the outside and I was not aware of it being used for any purpose.
Karunia bungu njube abelo ko dinkira me ya lonko atinyata hani bantala ne ajube ala kulu saita ko mabake wala nanganyi muta ko jande tembeda mento do kubuka keje.
And what happened when you arrived inside there?
When I arrived, I realized there was an actual, police station in that building and three or four cells.
Rimfutataji, munena tantere ngole mnyindiko yara police station korda mume wole be obungo kono. Adun sel bun sababe je mini alonko wolu be station oto jele.
And I was taken into one of them.
Yendundi sel kilingo jing kono menu bije.
At this stage, were you told which particular offense you committed?
Watul kono kabdu if alfutreji. Ya sata yele ite fang yimu kuleke kaje ko yelu wale tinya.
I know they said you had offended the president.
Nalone ya fo ele ko e president wale kamfande.
Did they tell you which particular offense
Ya fo
in the statute books you committed? I know that offending Yaya Jammeh is not in the statute books.
Comme na loi bukolto. Buku juma ite Yaya Jammeh to nyi dami.
They did not, and that's why I thought within 72 hours they may release me if there is no formal charge, because I didn't think distributing, T-shirts, there'd be anything in the criminal code relating to that.
Watu mo ngani mirako woto hakilo nyi mutako asekeno janin tirisaba wala tirisaba kola bembula lale kadun na banko luwa lunin sartolto katisa to ludondiko lu kawlu janjandi drong luwa mandara banko kam membalanta wala namfanana hakilo na miraro tata ulukan.
At this stage, were you informed that you had a right to a lawyer?
Watu kono fana ya foile ko inyanto sotole puka loyata.
No, but I insisted on seeing a lawyer, a family member, or the U.S. consul, and all requests were rejected.
Ani mawo fonye barinte fana mbambanta dame wole mko lafita lenga lawyer je wala na dimba alu kono nga moji je wala nse moje me yalon ko abota America embassy wala la bunda la fonni wala sinyoje ni nyomoy bari telu balanta tela o kanindiro lu belale imanso.
So they disregarded all these rights and they put you in a cell.
Yes, in fact, Bakeba Suso mentioned that they didn't want anyone to mess up their investigation.
Tonya alum Bakeba Suso fanganyina foko itelu bekisikisiro men imalafi modoya dabula je mensita kulu faling.
Could you tell us the conditions in this cell you were put in?
The cell was almost all covered with urine, very poor ventilation, and packed with mosquitoes.
Cell kono sumuna lebe bondinje adun fonyo dundula famo mem atije wo kola susulalu la korda bale bije.
And I was given a plastic bottle to use for urination.
Andu inata plastic kabole dinna purun sikari njala mutawo kono.
There was an old, I think it was a mat.
Andu basakoto fanambije.
I was allowed only once a day to go use the toilet.
Andu tiliwo tilisinya kilindoron ne moetele kante bula purungata kamoto.
But that didn't include taking a bath.
Bari kuwo fang dati jede kuwo mantara wulu kono.
For how long were you detained in that cell?
I spent 3 days and then later another 2, total of I think 5 days.
Natili saba folole kije bari bitu ngaju be kol nata tente nyamen tili lulu ngole ke wo selo kono.
In the first instance, you spent 3 days.
Yes.
What happened after those 3 days?
Wati fololo yetili saba be kije. Silang kabiring tili sabo tambita. Mune natake?
I was moved to the Brusubi police station to meet, I was told, the panel.
Utumbolo tilisa bokola lo yensamba Brusubi police station oto puru nio kafo molieta nyoje ye panelo mentombong.
At this time, you were kept in a cell that was full with urine, as you said, infested with mosquitoes and all that. Were you given an opportunity to change your clothes?
Wo wato kono ye muta ye dundi selo kono selo mi alongo ko milan sataro kono iko selo bebe farin sumnala sulale be farinje so wato kono be ye sole pour yela fengol fali.
No, in fact, before being moved to Brusubi, I asked for a change of clothes. I lived at Paradise Estates and told them we could just go get a fresh set of clothes, and they refused. But a police officer there gave me one of his T-shirts.
No fongo kaninne biring hotel saboti mada puru insebono selo kono nyamen barbitum biringa o kanin puru ko laftale puru kan nafeto fatolu falin ibalantale yo bari alanata ke police ke kilimbije wonata la T-shirt kilinta ayadinna.
In fact, after the first night, because I managed to sleep, and because there was no pillow, of course, I used my slippers. One of the PIU officials came and took the slippers from me, so I wouldn't use them to lay my head.
Gato dinkira kularante je mbela la menkam baso nyinkang. Ngana nyin petolu samata petolu ngawleta ngeke kularante. Bari o PIU officer fango nata soto men nata kanao nao petolu fango busina bitung wato to men ngaki je mankularan soto.
Did the person indicate the reasons why those slippers were being taken away from you?
O mari mi slippers o busi bulo anata fele muna na ate asajari pura slippers o fango busi te bulo.
He didn't give any reason. I knew they wanted to deprive me of sleep. There was a TV that was blasting very loud. And of course, with the mosquitoes, they expected me to stay awake as a form of punishment. But when you are deprived of sleep, sometimes you can't help it.
Angalo yo beke nyina kama pur kambali sinola. Kato dinkira be farin susulala nyamin. Andun television obije me ya lonko ya yele ya be wuri kango television kuma kango sembo warta. Nyilu be mu fero leti puri be mbali la sinola nyamin. Yo adun kolo be la renje nyamin. Nyim be mu fero leti doron pur kantora.
And tell us what happened at Brusubi Station.
Sila mine keta Brusubi police station oto kabra futaraje.
I was taking, some inmates were removed from one cell and I was moved into that, again with similar conditions, urine everywhere, nowhere to even, sit. I ended up sitting on the floor there, awaiting instructions from Bakeba Suso and Momoduba.
Sel do bije mennu be o selo kono ye wolle fintindi yente dundi o selo kono bara ate o kukilingo lo moto fanan o selo be sunkarna sumunal ron ne bije andu je mambete a mantara topotoring yo bitung je fango dulati je mobe sila dami bara bitung wakilta duma teroto labanta sila jele pour ka lamoy ka batulo ke ba ke ba suso bina mun dali mun kam façon le dila ko tek.
In your statement, page 8, you described the cell in the following terms.
La kumakangol kono yemin safe yenyin selo la nyi Kenya be safe fo kom abinyami.
The filth, stench of urine and feces, and the poor ventilation made the cell more like an outdoor toilet. There was no seat or even something to lean on, so I was compelled to sit on the bare floor. On top of that, I had not had a bath since my arrest 3 days earlier.
Ako selo kono iko kom no mimbije sumna sunkanjaw mimbije hani buo fon bije o selo kono anim fana ye comité aji nyame ye mutale ke forcé ke dete kaje ko ye sije ke la nyantol busi ibulu.
That's right, and it's the reason why a couple of police officers who knew me waited for the PIU officers to leave and found a way for me to take a bath and also to call the U.S. consul and my family members. One of them was visibly as in crying.
Alana atake mofula bije meni yellon polisolu ye batule han fo PIU la molu menu bije biriwolu tata iteliye fero ke yendema mfintita tatanku biringanku ye makoy fanang han fo nga America la embassy consul ni ngaje kumandi telefono to han fo nim modia mutaje bar wo moflolu fanglu men ye makoy police kilingu nying hakke ko nying a deteta nyamen akuyata e nyame abe kumbo kanne nu birayen te fango kalango jube.
One was from Gunjur, the other from Sukuta.
Do bota Gunjurle, do bota Sukuta.
Did you spend the night at that station?
For yesuto la o dinkirale to bang.
Yes.
Ha.
How many nights?
Sura Jelu.
I believe two nights.
Lata la ko ngasuto fulale kije.
And while there you had facilities to speak to members of your family and the U.S. Embassy.
Yambo mena ibenu je inata na silo soto pour ka diamila dimbaya moli aning American ambassador la moli da do kulale.
Yes, the two officers took the risk to give me that opportunity or those opportunities.
Wo police officer fulolu menu bije. I wakilta yo koleata pour nyin kamala isintede mano nyamen ala yo Kenya jele la mako rokan.
After Brusubi station, where were you taken?
Briye bondi Brusubi police station oro. Yesamba mindole.
I was taken back to the airport.
Ye murundi kota ke kulunti la jidula koto nyinto.
These two detention facilities, which one is better?
Nyindin kira fulol me yalon ko yesamba je Brusubi police station oro aning airport koto nyinto. Nyindin kira fulol ni jumala fisi yata jumati.
Which one is worse? I would say the airport
is worse.
Yes, because at least at Brusubi I found some help.
Mbafala ko kulundila jidula wole sangarata beti. Kato Brusubi. Ado yata nyonyandi ngama ko yoro soto wotole.
And the consul knew where I was, so I was moved after they realized the U.S. consul figured my whereabouts.
Andum wotumo manketal na kairote America la embassy bunda memjale consul ni ya long mbedamin mbenyamin bitung hanfo wala akenda wokola inatang nsamba kantente ndi dulado.
And the American consul became involved because they also knew that you were a U.S. national.
Silang American consul fana nate dabulaji katu ifangole yalo ne ko ite fana mo American dingol
Yes.
Citizen.
Yeah, ha.
So now tell us, how many more days did you spend at the airport, Shell?
Silang afu molete tilijelle ke airport oto Shell okono.
I believe two more days.
Lata la kon nata tilifula kote ngo fanan laje koteke.
And after that, what happened to your case?
Wokola mune nata kela ko kono.
On the 13th of June, we were I was picked up and joined the other defendants, well, not the defendant, the other detainees at the PIU and taken to Banjul, where we were formally charged with treason and sedition.
Rotil tan nin sabo ina tan kamma yen bondije yen samba ita tan kafo mo kotangluma yen menno fanalu muta bitu tumolem ina tan samba kito nyatilunga yen tumi mansake kajafola aning meyalon ko wala kita jamfati.
How did you feel upon being informed that you were charged with treason and sedition?
Ite okuoje nyadile kabini yaje ko na te tumile ko ite benu mansa kajefikande aninka jamfa.
I just figured that the treason charge was to ensure that I was not able to post bail, but I didn't think anyone could convict me of treason on the basis of distributing T-shirts.
Nyina mutako itel niaje yente tumi mansa kajafola nyina mutako motente bail no la wo kango kang ka barbitun defana nyin lonko ka T-shirt lu janjandi mota fono la ka fo mukule time ya lonko isi mutano kantumi ko ngamansale kajafi mfana nata o mutan sondo mokono.
After being charged, of course, being charged with treason, you could not post bail. What happened afterwards?
Silang kabina te tumi wala ko e mansale kajafi e manna bail soto muna nata ko ke.
I was taken to mile 2.
En samba mile 2.
Security wing.
Ila kanta bunda nyina ka fadame security wing.
And can you tell us what happened when you arrived at the security wing?
Sila muna nata kela kabri fura mile 2 security wing.
First, when I was put in the cell, many convicts who were around, Lang Tombong Tamba, Sajo Fofana, Baba Job, Ngor Seka, many others came to my cell because they heard about my case and also to basically give me some counseling as far as how to cope in the prison system.
Priyam futandi was security wing mile 2J. Bitung ngamen taramuto kono je. Menu boko lantom bontamba. Baba Job, Sajo Fofana, Ngor Seka, ulubena tanang kang purkanang kachande kayamari nyanta kila nyadi le mbemu mferel le tamandila puru nataranya Kenya wo dinkirato.
They gave me a lot of supplies to food, toothpaste, etc. To, you know, as a welcome gift, I would say.
Ina tabenton kunyima Kenya je kato ye domoro lu dinna ye fenkotang lu dinna supply lu menu be ko nyinkuran safunolu ananyom fenkotang amunta ye benton kuje dron.
Lots of privileges for the security wing at mile 2, isn't it?
Katanilo ko e bestara nyimma sotolale security wing mile 2 kodi.
Well, all those items were smuggled in. You know, many of the folks I mentioned were either influential or had money. And even though they were prohibited, they were able to bring them in.
Well, family menu ye dinna wanya e kawlo family be kullo to dundi kaso kono le katu ibu kaso ngala bari wo molu menu bije men yo family dinna molle mu me ya lonko dolu bije fen be bulu ko do be bulu o dalilo le ya sabu ka katano han fu ka o family soton no bitu telefonal yente mako yo family dol leto.
But this privilege was short-lived, wasn't it?
Bari nyinga manna mi fa kodi.
Yes, the next day, one of the prison officers, I believe Jumbo, called Jumbo, I don't know his full name, came to my cell and asked where I got all those items and got very infuriated and then spoke to, then he returned with Superintendent Alaji Job. At 7 p.m., they moved me to Bambadinka.
Mona taje ka fumme Jumbo me ya lonko ata mukasola do kulalti birayo fengolu taraja kamfata kanyinin ka ngo fengolu bodamen jumanyo le ye dinna hanfo atenata boja muruta ataradia mu superintendent Alaji Jobye kamfata kamfa ba so dalilo le ya sabu inata murun nangi yambondi je yen samba Bambadinka.
They seized all the items first and then sent me to Bambadinka.
Yo fengolu be dia ku ya mutanna utumo le natan samba Bambadinka.
And Bambadinka, in which facility? In which prison facility?
Bambadinka wobe muntole abe kaso bundaju malto.
This Bambadinka is at Joswang prisons.
Nyim Bambadinka be Joswang kasola.
I understand that Bambadinka means a crocodile hole.
Undanga mim faham Bambadinka kom
in Mandinka.
Mandinka kankono wolo nyim Bambadinko bambo dinko.
Is that an appropriate description of the cell you are taken to in Joshua?
Ite fanang fom ni sa satano muli yo selo bole nyama bang.
Abewole nyama bara jawya ta baw bambo wo mala dinkiral ta kaje enjoy bari wala ma to fanati.
Well,
wala safabal.
Yes, that's what it is, because that place, Bambadinka in Mandinka, is a crocodile hole where a crocodile lives. Because crocodiles enjoy that kind of hole because it is their home.
It's its natural habitat.
Yes, but this one, it's an unpleasant place.
My apologies, I keep switching back.
It's all right, it's all right. So, can you give us a description of your admission into Joswang prison?
Silang kabrite yes samba Joswan prison oto. Yeta nyadi yela ko sa fe nyadi le fo so tandi mule ya asata mule akita nyame.
Well, when I got there, the place was occupied by Aliuba. He was asked to come out, and then I was ordered to undress completely.
Birimbe futalaji mole be o selo kono e kafume Aliuba. Ikate ye fintina. Birate fintita ikonte ngurang freng nganna fengolu bondimbala.
And who is this Aliuba?
Langwo Aliuba wolon jumati.
One of the 9 executed in 2011.
Atebe molle kono mo kono tolu menu ye fa 2011 atebe anatatara wolle kono.
He was a death row inmate.
Darbe mol kono nyanta minulu fala.
Yes, he was a death row inmate, and I believe he was sent there for using a phone.
Tonya atebe molle kono ye men safe ko nyante falale yo baribitung lata nyinako ala muto sababu keta muneti telefono ayole tamandi ya mutawukang.
It looks therefore like that the Bambadinka cell was a punishment cell for people, for high-profile convicts or detainees, for that matter.
Atela jero kama atela jero to Bambadinka muselo to mi alonko ya tal doron puruka mol mi alonko suteta le mansakundato ke kuja wol ke la ke tajirinte yandi wala ne ke samba wodulanto.
Yes, I know the threat of being sent to Bambadinka was enough to get many prisoners to cooperate with even very hard labor.
Ha ngalonko Bambadinka to damman aka prisoner wala kasolankolu fango kijobole hanifo ikasong niye ibula kol dolla wala nyininka ko dolla asijareye ye kolu tamandi nyin kamala isitanka Bambadinka manyami.
You hardly knew the prison rules before you were sent to Bambadinka on such serious punishment.
And wato ite ma wol prisoner ngo bunjo wala luwal fango lomfa jandi bete sambala ye.
I never set foot in a cell, even just for a mere visit before this incident.
Nda fango nena mansingolo selo fango kono fo nyinko keta tumo menna utumolem aketa.
And upon arrival at Joswang prison, and you were asked to remove your clothes, what happened?
Lankabral futata Joswang prison nata afoye ko yela fengol wura le natake.
I took everything off except my underwear, and Jumbo insisted that the underwear had to be taken off as well, and ordered one of his juniors to do that.
Nana fengolu be urang hanifo naduma kurtindi ngudorone tutana. Bari Jumbo balanta kofo ngawo dia kuya urang ando anatala dindingulu kono kilimbula purka jeko ngaw urang hanifo nkensengo elo.
Other than all of them being around, I was within sight of other prisoners.
Ana man kenyindam manti telo belori nje. Kaso lanka dolu fana lo belori nje le menu nyabelna andu mo kotangolu men yalon ko be kaso la je wotembo wol fana lo belori ne be njubeka.
This is first nudity. From your observation, did it appear to you that the prison authorities realized that this is a serious violation of rights?
Ako nyimuku di min baleti ako folo fang ni mol mi nube do ko la kaso kono wol fango mahana lon ko ngi mukule timi alon ko ku jaw balo mi manyana la moka.
I'm sure they knew what they were doing because the junior officer who was ordered to remove my underwear just said, "I'm sorry, uncle."
Ngala ne ko ya lonne kato do kula dindimma me kayen na duma kurto bonna birana tay mune folo fo nya ko nyem mbaring isi haketo ayola fonye.
And having taken off all your clothes, what happened next?
Silanka bini nata ilaw fengol be wuray bala mune nata nake.
Then I was put in a cell at Bambadinka.
Utumole nata ndundi o Bambadinka selo kono.
Naked?
Ikensemma koy baye wulunya.
I was given back my clothes.
Hani inata na fengolu dinna le kotake ngesa inkandum.
And what was the purpose of stripping you of all your clothes in the first place?
So otoitole mune ke o kama kaje ko ke wuran folo fa senia set senira fengol murundi yang ikan kotake.
I think their objective was to just humiliate me and cause some distress.
Na mere la dalilo munye dontiko pour kam malundi kan doya anin fanan kan mbula de ungo kono mense kenyen ni kuyati.
Could you tell us the conditions of the cell in Bambadinka? Joshua.
Bambadinka Joshua. Foi so Bambadinka fon fu moli along abe nyaming. Atara nyabe nyaming.
Okay. Bambadinka is a very old building.
Bambadinka mu bunkoto baleti.
Lots of wall geckos because they keep one of the lights on throughout, which attracts insects and, of course, wall geckos.
Adum nying basolu siata je bakele basanya jawulu men ya lonko be bungu nyin kono adun dulabi je lampo be dame kaw lampo tu malarine dron wayri ya lonko nyin tila femme sendingulu menu kata lampo la nying basanya jawulu kana ke balu wolela.
And the roof was made up of concrete and metal, but much of the concrete has cracked. So you basically have just metal, largely metal as the roof with large openings.
Adun bunkankara nyin santo concrete ko ni nele bije yo bari wotumo wo concrete ko atetale adinkiralu famo jamaa botaje nenyin dammanne tutaje bar hani o nemem fanan tutaje dinka balu huballe bala men yalon ko mansuki,
which meant the place was dusty most of the time. Ventilation wasn't a problem at Bambadinka, but it was very open, dust, and of course the rainy season 2011 that I complained about in court.
Je wo dinkirala o taranya bunkankara mo be sori to nya je fonyo ko te kole akuti wairi kankara mo nyimbalo ben wollem bari kankango le siata dinkira nyinto fala na tambita adun sama kono 2011 nga ko wasi fan kiti bundala ko wotumo sama kono jioka dun kanjele.
Throughout the rainy season in 2011, I essentially, got soaked every day.
2011 sama kono dandula man sata sotwala jio keta luolunding isalo jio ka kenta kanne nasina mpachi mbedameng.
And I complained in court.
Andu nganyin ko wasile kiti bunda famala.
The judge didn't take it seriously.
Itindirla jojo membija amana mutakuso beti fang.
First he said the rainy season is almost over.
Atenata munafuku sama pareta bannale sai.
Then he proceeded to instruct the guys to inspect the place.
Anyina fo etelier doronko isita eta dinkira nyinjube.
There was no inspection, and when we returned to court, he issued an order that was never implemented.
Menu nyantana la je kaje jibe wolu nene manna je freng adum brim ruta kiti bundala nga wasi kotake ay nyim foko molu be wulila le molu nyanta wulila le pour kata je jibe bari wo nene manke.
And as a result you continue to remain in that cell under those damp conditions, correct?
Wokono ite continue da katugo selo kono nyama andung selo be montre nyame nyawo nyambare continue da katara wokono.
Yes, I spent 7 months in that cell. And I was
tonya
allowed only 10 minutes a day to just go take a bath or empty the chamber pot and go back to the cell.
nakari woro wula le ke o selo kono tiliwoti li miniti tang e kawle dinna purunga finti ngata kama poto nyimbong ngana murunang purun kanku fanang ngana muru selo kono kotake.
But during this period too, your other rights were violated. Tell us about the searches, the daily searches that you had to go through.
But hani wokono fang ila nyanta tinya fango kela le kaja ko kata lungolung ka wistero kela lungolung ke wiste wo fango yata ni ko yela nyantol fanan tinyale.
Even though you had to go through 2 metal doors to get to me, they conducted 3 daily searches. Very extensive searches, body searches.
Nyine bije me ya lonko janni be futalantema e katambinne bunda fulalela yana futantema bar wo nyawo nyanding tili wo tili nyili kana le tilokono si nya saba pour kanantela o dinkira visite kambala jato fanam bala be jube fo fente mbala kana o visite rolal.
Were you allowed family visits during this period of pre-trial detention?
Yeso le fanam purila dimbayal kana ikumpobo kabribe o dulato muto kono.
For the first, I think, 3 or 4 months, I was not allowed any family visitation.
Ando nga ntata jele hanfo karisaba fo kata karna ni fang imansong na dimbaya wala mbadi yana njube.
I even had difficulty seeing my lawyer, even though I was going to court.
Koleata mbulu fango kanna loyaje adu wotu mombita kan kitola.
And the consul, despite their persistence, was able to see me maybe twice during that whole period.
And consul member America la embassy oto aya kata nyawnya ndimpuru esikarinje bari si nyafula drono ay silo soto pour kanteje.
With my attorney, we basically got to talk in court just before before our case or after the case, before we returned to Bambading.
Adu na lawyer nala diamo nyojo akake kiti bunda doronne nin tataji adu ofanan janin kito e damu talem wala nin kito ketafa pareta na e diamu janibe mrundila kasola.
Your experiences with the prison system, do they normally allow legal visits?
Itela prison ko comme ni be soron kono ya long nyami
And of course consular visits.
Ikasonne pour mol mi alon ko be lualto pour na kanake kumpa boji.
That's the law, but the practice is far different from what's required by law.
Wala muluati de pour nyanta njela nyami bari menka kije woni lua fongo la kango jam fata nyola bak.
Tell us about the food at Joswang prison.
Sina domoro ko Joswang prison kumo fo molieba.
Well, the quality of the food was very poor indeed, and you'd find foreign particles in your meals on a regular basis, and sometimes other than just the rice, or there's nothing else added. The quality was very poor and resulted in people suffering from all sorts of diseases. Malnutrition was very common.
Domoro nyimam betea fereng katu hani domoro nyimfango tumo dolu ika fem kotangolu je domoro kono me ya lonko I manke fen domotaluti wo dalilo ya sabu sasalu nin kuram façon jamalu sotonta menu be molu batandi kan kaso kono je fenten fo domoro la betea balia anin wo ku façon lu menni no tata nyola.
In fact, there was one that they prepared, and I didn't know the rationale of preparing it, knowing that the prisoners were going to throw it away.
Kilimbije famma dalilo lo munana ikaw dada katu nyimulo lon natije ko kaso lan ko lu tew do malay kabbe ba faylale
Infamous pap.
wala moy lawo moni to bori ngoti ka fa meye pap.
So they prepare it, serve it to the prisoners, and the prisoners would throw it away.
Sila kamunta ko ika tabile ni pareta ya di mol mimbe kaso kono bare wol kana fayle wol bukadom.
Yes, because the ones that consumed it, ended up contracting diseases.
Akaka wala nyamade katu mennu wakilta ya domo wol be kana jankarol le soto men ya lonka yebatandi.
And what's the name of the disease they would normally contract?
Like sasa sifa nyandi le soto.
Beriberi.
Beriberi.
And what do you understand beriberi to entail?
Silam beriberi te ya faham nyandi le kom ni ba fula mule beriberi mo minti ya faham nyandi le.
I think it results from malnutrition, and you see body parts being swollen and shiny, that type of thing.
Domori kende soto bali ale ka osabu. Andung akana menke mola wala mnyinti ko ikajele balajato dinkiralu isufolu kafunu kabosingol to kasele nan santo abeka funu kamalamala. So niyo jedoro isalon ko beri le kurang munyinti.
With just your first interaction with the prison service, you came to realize a lot of tribalism within the service. Could you tell us about that?
Itela lum follow ila follow pro ninin kasola dokulal be nyo je moyka ben tara nyokan bore nata na ko faham je ko si fatan fanso fanam bijile foi so fanan kumo fono molewa.
Well, I noticed that most of the prison officers shared similar last names, Jeju, Koli, Baji, etc. But in addition, many came from Kanilai or had some relation to Yaya Jammeh.
Nata menkoro sije wala mnyindiko o kasola do kulalu kubete male dentamen katu kaju bele ko siklingo mollem jaju baji anin jata o kontom fasongolu andun dolu fangolu bije kata tara ko men siate kono bota Kanilai le fangoto.
So in a sense, the prison service was basically comprised of mainly Yaya Jammeh relatives or Jolas.
Ko utakamta ko safute ne dronko kaso do kula lu mum molet mi alon ko ya Jammeh fangol la molum wala be do ko la kaso kono je.
Yes.
What impact, if any, did this have on inmates?
Silang wo natara kubi jele we mune sabu e nyimol mi alon ko wol fanam be sorongo la kaso kono je.
It meant the prison service was viewed as an instrument of Jammeh.
Amunda mole menjije doronko kaso do kaso nying Yaya Jammeh la jorango la mujeti.
He used to call it his 5-star hotel.
Anu aka akumandi lenu ala 5-star hotel.
What do you have to say about that?
Emune soto ka femfo ko fananto.
Well, I'm sure no one would say it's a hotel, but it was definitely a Jammeh's warehouse.
Mo teje kumandila mo sobe teje kumandila sobe yako no ko hotelo lem. Bari nga jeko Jammeh je mutala manga sinol tidoro.
So could you tell us about the conditions, other conditions that prevailed at Joswang, in particular the burning of charcoal, the trade in contraband and things like that?
Se kudol fanam fo moli mi alon ko lebe ke kangi kasola je prisinoto Joswan kom nyin kembu janol nyin aninga kudol mi alon ko ke mi alon ko ni luwa manta.
I believe many of the officers made their living from exploiting prisoners and the prison system.
Ngalon ko do kula jamabe o kaso kono wotumo ikela baluo soto mintole ike muna fan kaso lan kollela ka kubondi wolu bulu anin kaso fon la kolu katama nyamin itele ke muna fan wolela ike balwala.
Getting prisoners to do hard labor, including cutting down mangoes and burning charcoal, producing charcoal.
Ka kaso lan kolu bula kuol la meni alonko ikadoku kolengol le lawolu kan ka dolu bula duta katola anin dolu kata kembu jano la iteli kaso la doku la ke kate muna fammenna.
And that was done during my time very close to my cell.
Andu wato ntebe selo menkono ikawo jan kembu jano ke damento akatatante fangola selo la bake.
Even though I complained about the smoke that was billowing into my cell, they simply ignored it. And I had also seen cases where ration meant for prisoners was collected by prison officers and taken away.
Andu mbwa sita wo fangola le ko ikaw kembo jani deme akatatana selo la hanfo sisio akadum kan akambatandi bar wo nyawnyanding e mankutaje adum fanan hana manke woti wo dinkira nyinto je kasolankol men ya lonko bije ye bata kotangol din mantora kotangol takijele menni wo be manke kilinti.
Which particular officers could you remember making away with prison's rations?
Silang kasol dokula jumanyoliti hakilo se mim mutano hakilo se bulano minula minuka kasolang kol fengolta ka kemuna fangala.
There was one that I particularly noted, I think September 2011.
Kukilim bije ngang hakilo tu mento kasolang kol balu kasunya 2011.
Deputy Director Yaya Jaju's vehicle, which was, I think, GPS-2.
Director Nolan Kola Moto Yaya Jaju, menna number mo GPS-2.
His driver and I think one of his junior staff took the vehicle to the to a part of the prison where rations were kept, loaded it, and went away with it.
La driver anindo kula killing me yalon ko atamu dindi male tije ye moto nyin samba dinkirato dami yalon ko kasolan ko la balulu katara wolto ye moto nyin sarse jele koy pareta ye moto nyin malay ni o fengol tata nyola.
What was the vehicle loaded with?
Silang ni moto ni ya mune sarse akono.
Definitely rice and cooking oil.
Ye manoles bibulandi moto nyin ko
soap as well.
And
soap.
Anin tulo men ikatabiro kala je anin safuno lumen yalon ko ye nati pour kasolan koli ye wole soli moto nyin kono natata.
From what you saw, it appeared obvious that this was being stolen.
Itela jero to kabiya je binyim bagaso samage fango yalon ko koy ya so nyale.
Yes, because they were taking it from the place where they were meant to be used to some other place, particularly to the maybe to their homes, because of 7 p.m. something like that. It was in the evening.
Kasola daming kasola nkola balula kataraje bari ya bulandi moto kono tala woro wula wato wuraro adunga imadundi kaso kono ina findita kaso kono le natata oto wala mnyindi ko ba samba kayla suwal kono.
And this Yaya Jaju, deputy director at the time, is he known by another name?
Aning atin Yaya Jaju mimu deputy director todo babule ka komandi num minna.
Also referred to as Sefla.
Todo me ka komandi men wala Sefla e ka komandi wala.
On this charcoal production within the premises of the prison, as far as you know, is it legal activity?
Nyin kembu jano men sorry. Nyin kembu jano men e ka ke kaso kono je. Itela londoro anin luata ta nyola ba.
I don't think so, because I believe prison regulations would not be supportive of burning wood to make charcoal so close to prison premises.
Malala woni luata tanyola katungalo luata sonna nyina ko kaso kono dame yalon ko kaso bumu balaje taki molbe damin pour kana kembo jani woto ke muna fam menna ngalon ko nin sartol mantanyola.
As far as you know, who was benefiting from this activity?
Itela longo kam jumal lebe afan muna fankan wo kuol mimbeta makante ngi kam bu janol.
I would say the entire leadership of that prison, because without approval from the deputy director Yaya Jaju and the others, no such activity could be conducted.
Na lonko kaso bumula nyaton kulu wolle la kango betama kanje wolle be nyim baro la katu ngalon ko dindim malu wolte hanya la kango te bula pour asembote la pour ka kembu jano ke kaso kono je satara ite la ke balu bulota kono idati je.
Because it's something that normally takes at least 3 days, and I had complained about it to them.
kaatu kulo me ya lon ko ni adati akatale han fo tilisa ba nyong adun te wasita o kola jele nga foyen.
In your earlier statement, you indicated that during the rainy season of 2011, a lot of water came into your cell. Even the judge made some pronouncement or an order regarding this. Did you actually complain to the prison authorities about the uncomfortable situation in that cell?
Yes, I.
Ila kuma kamfulolu ya fojanne ko sama kono jio ka dumbake la selo kono be sorondi ndame anu van hani jojo fon mimbe la kito ke kan afango e kango dile police haje ko isita e odula njibe silang ite fango fon kumf e ni ine ka wasi okay ni kasola doku lale ko ni jio nyimbe to rakanne.
Yes, I had complained to them on several occasions, and even wrote an article under a pen name to make the situation public. And that was published by the Daily News of Madi Cisse, Honorable Madi Cisse.
Ha, wasita ngako kala misinya jama hanfo nata safero fonke ngam tole kije me yalon ko safer lato ngaw damale kije hanfo kibar kayto men ka finti tiloy ka fa Daily News me yalon ko Madi Cisse la kibar kayto lem nyinti hanfo woliyo kibaro safer la kayto bala ya fintindi.
In addition to that, the judge made pronouncements or an order regarding the conditions of your cell. Do you know whether those orders were implemented?
Kono fam jojo fana nata kangol di kaje ko nyanta ngul tamandila nya danta tala kata kurosile fo itela longoto o kangol ni ya tamandile ba.
The orders were not implemented because I doubt if they took anything seriously. The judge joked that the rainy season is over.
Ndanga muta ko itelmo muta kusobeti imam fen tamandije kato hani kitindirla nyim fongo jojo anata mule fo ko ha sayin sama bantale e o dalilo kamma nganyim muta ko imam pareku imam muta sobe ya kamma.
You were tried at the High Court before Justice Inkia. Could you tell us about that trial?
Here's a yete kit in the High Court. Justice Inkia la kiti bungoto. Silang wo kiti o tata nyame fo so fona fomoli ba.
I thought it was a sham trial and that Judge Nkia was simply a puppet in that almost every issue that my lawyer raised was rejected. He ruled consistently in favor of the prosecution, regardless of the issue.
Ngamuta ko wo kitindrila ka me Justice Nkia. Umumole time ya lonko tombo mole ye mensindi je kuru ya kama. Katu nga kuntela ntela lawyer li ko kundi ngulindi akabalanga lale. Andu inata kito nyimfon samba nyamen ayaita ndinala ko to nyamantara ko kono ya ke danko doron kito leti puru kamolu nyala sansang bari wo kola kay to nyata ko kono mantama iman kito nyimfon muta sobe yata.
In page 16 of your statement, this is what you had to say. I'll read it out, and you tell me whether that captures what you actually said. Quote, "Our trial for sedition and treason was nothing but a sham. The outcomes of all political cases and the trials where President Janneh and his cronies had a vested interest were predetermined. The Gambia under Janneh continued as a dictatorship in the truest sense of the concept. Virtually, all members of the National Assembly owed their tenure to him. Through his maneuvers, Janneh ensured the ruling candidates were well funded. They had vast state resources at their disposal, including financial and military power. He also single-handedly selected candidates, imposing them on the party. He managed, through strong-arm tactics, to alienate the opposition and compel the major parties to boycott legislative elections in January 2012, thereby ensuring his almost total dominance of the legislature. Previously, Janneh had used his party's legislative dominance to tailor the Gambia constitution to his dictatorial slant. No more second-round voting in presidential elections as soon as he felt vulnerable to opposition leader Ousainou Darboe's popularity. He accurately counted on the opposition parties not being able to unite and field a single candidate to challenge him. Janneh also introduced changes that further guaranteed his role as a puppeteer by providing that legislators expelled from their parties automatically lost their seats. As leader of the party running the legislature, Janneh's power to essentially expel members ensured that they remained loyal to him and towed his line without sway. The president's dominance of the economy has been well documented. His enterprises engaged in sand mining, gardening, bakery, healthcare, transportation, fashion, grocery, rice, oil, and other condiments, livestock, and media without regard to constitutional provisions that prohibited such conflicts of interest. He cared even less about the devastating effects of such monopolies on the economy. The most striking aspect of Janneh's role as the leading entrepreneur in the Gambia is his blatant disregard of the law. Many of his establishments donned his image or were painted green to leave no doubt as to ownership. In the executive arena, Gambians became accustomed to Janneh's hiring, firing, rehiring, and firing. I earlier equated this phenomenon to the game of musical chairs. Only in this case, the state suffered as a result. From cabinet ministers to janitors, permanent secretaries to private secretaries, the president placed and displaced staff within the public sector at will. Out went any semblance of meritocracy once Janneh took the helm. Perhaps the most salient characteristics of the Gambian authoritarian regime under Janneh is his tight control of the justice, or rather injustice, system through the use of mostly Nigerian mercenary judges. In addition, Nigerian magistrates, prosecutors, and judges willing to do Janneh's bidding dot every square inch of the Gambian judicial landscape. From the Chief Justice down, these legal practitioners continue to shamelessly toss ethics and justice aside to maintain the pacts extended to them by the regime. In exchange for dealing severely with Janneh's perceived enemies and twisting the law into any form or shape the Gambian dictator wanted. The mercenary judges received relatively attractive salaries and fringe benefits, such as free education for their children, vehicles, security guards, travel allowances, and so on. Because of Janneh's power to hire and fire them at will, with or without cause, the mercenaries sometimes bent over backwards to guarantee their positions. Some of them later learned the hard way, however, that no amount of bootlicking spared even mercenary judges and state prosecutors from Jammeh's autocratic actions, unquote. Those are your words, Mr. Witness.
O ngin mi lakuma kangulti ite mansakunda jenu nyami.
Well, in essence, in summary, Jammeh was the state. That's why we looked at the legislative, executive, judicial branches, and also the economy to indicate the extent, the pervasive nature of his control.
Amunta kumo sutuyari umenyeti ko Jammeh kun kilingo no mbankoti katu kabring luala karola mararola karola dipite bungula karola ananyong mansakunda la bulolu be wolube ala kangoning ate lafin na ko dorone katama woluto wala nanko Jammeh dorone mbankoti wotumo.
In that state of affairs, did you stand a chance to be vindicated?
Wo kuolu be lari nyamengo nyama fodum ite sisilo soto nole puru ye tonya dite la ila tonya kan.
I expected to be convicted.
Njikita nyina la kodorong iben soron nale.
Regardless of the evidence.
Ntenga wo sede koyolu soto no nyao nyandi nyama manjiki ko tonya o tilingu wala tilingu betama la ko kono na nyimuta ko iben soron nal do.
And true to form, convicted you were indeed.
Yes, I was convicted, and the judge's statements, concluding statements, supported my assertions as well.
Adu to nyala inata kito kuntu nyami yensoronne kadu ntela kolu nate jenyamin wala mnyinti okiti ndirlalu inata ko kuntu nyamin wala nata ntela kango fango tonya yandi nga kolu sata nyamin.
You described the trial as follows. The judge, quote, the judge unabashedly acted as if he was a member of the prosecution team. I should not have been surprised. Judge Inkia and Prosecutor Abdullahi were beer buddies, hanging out nightly and talking on the phone regularly. Several members of the investigation panel were coached and hardened before the court to narrate cock and bull stories about how the CCG executive plotted to topple the democratically elected leader of the Gambia through violent means. Matters were fabricated to make the judge's task of rationalizing our conviction easier. Strong words.
Yes, because despite being a puppet, he had to find a way to rationalize, like saying these civil disturbances are very pervasive around the world, and that this could have resulted in, thousands of people being killed here. He had to find something to rationalize it, and I also knew the prosecutor and the judge used to hang out in the Senegambia area.
Alankene matale katu umolu mu bulukono molleti yaya jammela bulukono molle muiti adun ye kota mandi nyame foy fanali ye fero nyinin ibe meyitandi la membe itel fanalu fasa la ko nyin kono ka foy be menke kanten to nyala ka fo ko nyin kol men be tama kan handi jandam mante dunia kara dolu fanalla asikole ya kolu sabuno le bankolu kan han fo mo jamalu sibono iniwolu to wo kolu kono wo dalilo litele yewol leta ke fam fa sala wayri mu jamela bulukono molleti wala na yeyo silolu tamandi.
And having been convicted, what was your sentence?
Andun kabri ye muta ye kitindi ye soron munekete la wat sorondiro wuchoti kaso kono.
Life sentence for the treason, and then 3 years with hard labor for sedition.
Amunta yen soron siwoto pour ka mansa kajafi bitun jamfa jawola karola inata doku jawo pour doku kolengo kasola inata ofana laje.
Your co-accused, what happened to them?
They also got 3.5 years for sedition. I was the only one charged with treason.
And as a result of that sentence, where were you to serve your term of imprisonment?
Confinement wing of Mile 2.
Mile 2 kaso la dinkira dame ya lonko ikamolu terandi kaso kono damen 2 la je.
And this was going to be your second trip there.
And ngini nyanta kele la sinya fulanja ngote kataji.
Yes.
And tell us about the general conditions of the confinement wing at Mile 2. I know that in paragraph 4 or page 20 of your statement, this is what you had to say. And I quote, "It was like a fairy tale. 3 innocent young men being condemned to one of the worst prisons in the world for printing 100 T-shirts." You describe this prison as one of the worst prisons in the world. Why?
Kaso nying ya Kenya fanyame ko wole jawyata kaso be mi alon ko be dunia kono kaso yeminje dunia kono ngin kaso le jawyata kaso beti munat na yeo quota wonyama.
For various reasons, I realized that it had a very high mortality rate.
Dalila jamaya sabu munte fanga la jero to ngaje ko kaso lankulu mo jama ka fa kaso kono je.
I can name several inmates who had beriberi or some disease because of the tough conditions and died. There was widespread neglect in the prison system.
Andu ngaje ko mo jama sotonta je men ya lonko nyim beri kurangole muta anim mantora kotengolu hanu fo wole nata ke ila saya sababoti kaso kono je.
So tell us those who died.
Ni mol minul fata wala kumo fo moli.
Dobije Kafa, Ababari is one.
Ababari beo mol le kono.
Suleiman Sise.
There
was another Lamin Dabo.
Abba, is it
84-year-old.
or Abba Haidara?
Abba Haidara, sorry.
Abba Haidara al-Haketu.
84-year-old.
Yes.
And Lamin Dabo, different from the Lamin Dabo who got executed.
Lamin Dabo do fanam bije menni o Lamin Dabo tota kilintide memfa.
Suleiman Sise, who had severe mental problems.
Suleiman Sise me ya lonko anataka moto me ya lonko nyamato ya jawo boita kan.
At the time I wrote the article that was published, I was able to name at least 8 individuals during my short stay there who died, and that's just limited to the confinement wing of the prisons.
Ndenga wati sungmen kije birimbe o kitabo safela mo sai ngakilo imenu mranga uluto safela men ya lonko ifata je andu ngobe dinkira kilinne to de ka fudame confinement kamolu tundi damen wo mo sayo la saya ketawo dinkira leti men nin kasola fanna ko tangol te kilindi.
Very little access to medical facilities.
Andu wotumo jararo wodango do yata je bake bukap kasolankolu mako jararo la karola.
The medical practitioners were underqualified.
Jara lalu menu fangolu be lopitano kaso kono je imang londi soto akwoto.
But my biggest fear at Mile 2 was the possibility of a fire outbreak.
Mem dun natan sila baba bake Mile 2 je wolem nindim babota je.
Because the cells are locked and then the keys at 7 p.m. taken to the administrative headquarters across the street for 12 hours. From 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., the keys are sent across the street.
Katumuna na silango sembo warandi. Montoro wati tannim fula o kaso dalu katara sorondi ne molube kaso kono. Katu nintala wurowla sita. Wuraro kao kaso lube sorone chabo chika silo niya kuntu. Mararo bunda la kordabe silo karadole la ika chabolu chika ike samba woleto chabolu katara wolto anfo tala wurowla somanda nisita chabolu kamaje kamurunan kaso kono kana bundali yele.
You already talking about the problems in the prisons. And the first one you talked about was the poor diet, which led to diseases and the lack of access to medical facilities and then the underqualified medical personnel they had. Just to take you back a little bit about the diseases, what diseases were prevalent in the prison at the time?
Abedame kolwa kol fole mimbe kasokono niaji be domoro la koto domoro jawo la koto ina nyi jara ro bunda nyi ngako manson ya fananji anin kol ya ku jamal sendon ite
diabetes, hypertension,
yelesia sukuru kurango,
stroke, beriberi, aning lamfo menka mulumuta ulmu kulleti men ya lonko isiata nun kaswala bake.
You also listed tuberculosis in your statement.
Tuberculosis fana wolo ngintoto kurang fana yo fana safe la safe kumakangole min safe.
Yes, the building I was in, number 5, had a section with consisting of inmates with TB.
Umuto nyalti katu ntebe bungo menkono ndala je dinkirabi je dame ya lonko menu be sorondi ngoto wolu fankele mo beni nyin toto kurangolom be ka fama TB.
And TB is known to be a highly contagious disease. Were those affected segregated from the general population?
Niya jibe nyin toto kurang ning mu kurang jawbale te silang minul mi alon ko
akasaun tarinke mo
akasaun ha silang minul mi alon ko kurang obelale ye ning atol be yalla taradulal be janjalle ba
bondi nyokonole ba
No, we shared the same building, whether it's people with tuberculosis, mental problems, there was very little differentiation.
Mbedenta bun kilingol la bun lorin kilingo menu ni nyin toto kurangu men yalon ko sondo me kurango bela anen kurang kotengolu ibeka mobo moto ibeka bondi nyoto abebe o bun kilingo la konoji.
But this lack of segregation was even more profound. It was not limited to healthy and sick, but all categories of prisoners within the confinement wing were just mixed together, correct?
Ko akunya jibe drong ha manke nyin ko da mat bare kasolon kolu sasa façon momo e mingo mi soto je drong o tol mo jibe ya tol mutele kalbe nyapi dula kilin akata wala nyam.
Yes, people convicted of drug trafficking, political crimes, even supposed cannibal, we were all put together. And that's a real story. You know, we are all put together.
Niya jube kabirin toto kuran tolu ani fo kuran kotengolu men be keta menu be ko yele sial ni sukuru kurangolu hani kata molu men ya lonko mo subudo molalu yolu bele take kafunyo madinkira kilimoto fatam fansi tije.
You used the word that could not escape my attention, that a cannibal amongst the detainees. Do we have any such thing in this country?
Ko ye kuma kan fo mi alon ko te kana la mamuko ye kuma kan ko mom mi alon ka subole nyimi mo subole nyimi o fana nga wosoto le na banko ko no ja.
I think many would be familiar with the case of Suleiman Cisse, the one that I mentioned, one of the prisoners who passed away, I think in Brufut or so, who killed an elderly woman and tried to, burn and barbecue her, basically. He too was, I shared a building with him.
Ngamera nimoli hakilo bulandi koma mo soto ntaje ngamen tofo jay ka fay Suleiman Cisse nimoli hakilo murundi koma wo mu moleti me yalon ko ay musuke bari mu fawulo kono le anata fero ke pour ka musuke bari mu nyin subo jani pour ka domo ngamera molum fay nyina tawla le ban u yentani obe nyolu yen ni olbe ke nyokan dinkira klingol.
That strikes me as someone who is mentally sick. Were mentally sick prisoners separated from the rest?
Ko bare wo ntenga wo kala mutanya mem fam fi ngamara wo sondo mo mang tara kende
No.
Silang yatol ni wo molbe fatan fan tele bodulato.
No, many of them were actually in building number 5 to a point where that building was nicknamed Kampama.
Yo molu be ta ye be kenyo kan dinkira kilometer fatam fansiti yede hanu fo alabangola molu na taw bungonyin tola wo dinkira ka faje Kampama.
You talked at some point about the problem with those in pretrial detention but kept at confinement wing who have remained there for a long time without going to court. Tell us more about that.
Kolya kudo fanan kacha ya sa fela fenkol to saferol kono ko modol bijele wol fanan bijebe maburengi ando wol bita kan kitiyol la bare bite bije bi manta kitiyol fo wati jang wala ko fanan se fono fo moliye.
Yes, there was, for instance, one Abdurrahman Balde who was there from, I believe, 1997 up to the time I was released, without ever being taken to court, without being formally charged.
Ha, ndela taro uche okono bije. Molu dolo sotonta menu meta je. Katuo, kabije nung kabirin 1997, hani fo wato me yente muta fontata taraje. Hani fo wato me tatante bula. Wo Abdoulaye Balde abije nu.
MB Sar, who was a naval commander before his arrest, never appeared in court, and they never admitted to holding him there. There was a Janneh from Kanilai as well.
MB Sar atemu bakono sojar nyaton kolti. Baribiri ya muta imansong nyin nako abete lebulu. Ufanaye wati jang kije. Abe bulu je fo wati jang. Attending, excuse me, and who else, sir?
Janneh, I forgot the
Janneh
last
kontongo do fanan tartaje.
first name, I forgot the first.
Me yalon ko nyina ta tolal de bra kontongo jammeleti. O fanan tarte buluje o nyakili nyalema.
This Janneh fellow, do you know where he is from?
From Kanilai.
Nyin jamme abota Kanilai le.
And all these people were not taken to court when the law required that they be taken to court.
They were
not.
These people in pretrial detention, do you know whether there was a proper system of notification for as to their court dates?
Silo taman le mi alonko itol ibe ila
nyante kitindi la lumulu menu la foi kaulu safela bang.
If there is to be any prison reform, I think data has to be one of them, because there are cases where the prison officers would not know whether that prisoner is still in jail, has ever gone to trial. They have to do physical, examinations, go from cell to cell looking for the person. Missing court dates.
Nim falingo be kala kasola koluto wo konyanta jubelale katu modolu bijele metaje hanfo ayakendi kaso kono do kulalu tu modolu wolle fawlo kata ka murum ka molu jube ka jibe nyimmari jumanyo le nyanta tala kitola lunjuma ifangol le ka murum pour kata wo ko kisikisi ka bo nyoto menketa kaso kono do kulalti.
We talked about the food in Joshua. Now tell us about the food at Mile 2.
Domo ko kachale Joshua kasoto silang nga la ko fanan kacha Mile 2 prison auto.
It's similar. The food is prepared outside. Other than the poor quality, a lot of dust got into their cooking pots.
Ate o nyakili nyalom ibe muliatale katu domoro nyimfango ikatabi bantalale waya sabu kankan jamale kadu molla domoro kono hadama dingol kana men domo.
And visits. Tell us about visits.
Kumpa bola karola nga ko fanan kacha.
Convicts were allowed only 30 minutes family visitation for every 3 months. Every 3 months, 30 minutes visitation.
Yemelu sorong wolu karisaba wo karisaba lom ike bula puru kumpa borla ye futema adu kumpa borla miniti tansaba ikawle diwo marila wol kaw kumpa boro soto karisaba wo karisaba sinyakli.
And when I was there, it did not extend to those who were on death row.
Adu ntabi je tumo menna yemelu sorong ka fako nyante fala wol buka kumpa borla soto.
In your statement in page 23, you said as follows, quote, food, family visits, and medical care were weapons of choice for the prison service in its dealings with inmates. Can you explain that?
Amunta yenyum foko kamulu bula kane bari ngulukumbabo jara ro aning ko kotangul men yalon ka ke kasolan kolla solori yi kasola do kulal yole ke jorangoti e kamella kasolan kolu kanje.
Yes, meaning if they can't add to your term, they can threaten to withhold family visits, threaten to deny you access to health care, or ensure that you get very limited food. Even though the quality is poor, we still eat the stuff to survive. And it usually targets people who are deemed political prisoners or enemies of the president.
Wo hanata ite mari la kaso wuce wala fanola bar nyin ku sabo ka wala ke jorangote ka kaso lan kulu kelala wala isi bali jara rola isi bali fanan kumba borola andum wolu be kola isi nyim fanan tano ka foko ite mari ni be kaso kono je ite lafta men na bole tamandile kan ite kumba bor sotola jara la ite jara lo sotola koy lafta la nyamin andung ila domoro wo fanan isi atala hanufo domoro nyin dawo si doya hanufo labango ate mari na fala fenna.
In a sense, therefore, you had to dance to their tunes or risk losing some of your rights, correct?
Tako itela jiro to wolom ke jong ito la julola wala ye ila ila nyanto dolu busi bulu keta wala nyama.
Yes.
Tell us about the overcrowding in the prisons.
Ni mo siala ko fanan ko kaso ko ngo fanan ko kacha.
That was largely in the main yard, particularly the remand wing. The remand wing and the main yard where you had a serious overcrowding. Because at least in confinement, we had one-person cells.
Maha, umukuleti meya lonko asembo warata dinkira fulalto remand wing ani main yard. Nyin dinkira fuloto wodeteta bake mosiata je falan na tambita. Tumodo lu confinement wala meka molu tutu la damenuto. Wol tumodo lu mosafo woto se fisiado mande mbari remand aning nyi main yard wodinkira lu
while you were in the prison, did government accept visits from oversight institutions such as the ICRC, Amnesty International, and others?
Abiringi benun kaso kono. Mansakunda sontele prungi bundal minu doko bunda kanaji
and Red Cross, yeah.
O bunda mi alon ko kawle for ICRC aning Red Cross aning
Amnesty
International.
All of those organizations were denied access because I personally supplied information about prison conditions to them, and they made attempts to visit, even predating my time there. At least up to the time I left, they were denied access.
Ikabalan pro kafu fasongulula mule na kumpaboro la kasola. Kato hanimte fa memfeleten telefon ka safero ke kakibaro ki wole tumodolu. Bari wole katolu men beke pour kana kaso kumpabo. Bukasongala kasol di kafolu men beko Amnesty International, International Committee of the Red Cross ikabalangulu bebulle pour kana kumpaboro la kasola.
Even after I left prison, worked with one Mendes to prepare a report and told him about the problems in the prison system. The government agreed for him to come, only to deny him access. So it continued.
Hani mo bije ka fo meye Mendes ndeni yo fo do ko kelenga kibaru lu parendi foloto isonta pour ako asina kaso kono kumpabo bar biringa wato sita ina tabalane ka kana taje.
You did indicate that while you were in the prisons, the conditions continued to worsen, and official neglect and indifference to the plight of prisoners heightened. This is a serious charge, isn't it?
Continue the fang ila kuma konto iko
wato men ibe kasola je ye tajire ya balake mulu la je ikabalam mulu la kumpa borol la ikabalang hanika mulu la baluo fongo ika koleyandi anin ku koten kolengulu ikamenu la mulu kan kaso je umukuleti me ya lonko ila jero tabe nyadile.
Yes, because despite our concerns and efforts by other organizations to visit and make their own assessments, the government basically stonewalled, and the situation continued to worsen. The food got poorer, people continued dying, and so that's why I concluded that way. Ntela kato ni molu fana la kato nyawnyandi mpurka kulu sono ya ndije mansa kunda continental drone kabalang bunda la kumpa boro la je aninka kulu sono ya ndika sokono nyimbanku nimbanku na makafol la lodu la balanta ulubela ye nya kasi ulubela le imansong wala na hanfo kata fo wato mentebe bula jate o kukili ndone betama kanje.
In fact, one of your co-accused died in prison, who was convicted for only 3.5 years.
Andung okono fang imonyo do yani yeni mintu minyolo fango fata kaso kono andung yate sorong sangi saba le wuchol kono. Yes,
Michael Uche, whose case was very sad, Nigerian, married to a Gambian, and knew nothing about CCG. He only printed T-shirts to make money and ended up losing his life in prison.
Mobije nunge kafume Michael Uche Nigerian olem bari Gambia dingole futu andung atela kole ya community wo T-shirt olumenu yede dawonya ya muta wodaliro le kang atafanan tata ko kilingole kono je nya kaso ndi mantora kotang me ka ke kaso lan ko laje hanfo ala ya minjo do yaje.
And one important last indictment of the prison service is that it was more concerned about warehousing inmates than attempting to rehabilitate them.
Ani fana nkuro fana mialo ka kumata bakile kaso kono itola kamuta ko itoli ye nyati kum ka tajirinta yake mulla wala fesata ka jeko ka jeda da purase mo nafano.
Yes, because my understanding of prison systems is that they're established for various reasons. Rehabilitation is key amongst those, but there's no attempt to try to do any rehabilitation. People were simply dumped in there and left to die or complete their terms and go out.
Si abe nyale utumu katu kasoda lilo momenti wole mka kata kamoji ko faling puru aybo anya sila follow manata ka mokurungolem aning ka akemoti me ya lonko asi muruno jama molu kono ay teraku jama kono ni misali kama abota kasola ka daji ko faling bari wo manke nyin kasolu tijang otumo italiamu tamenti drom ni mol nati je ke filifili la jele wonya ye taranya nya jawo nya makaso kono hanfo ye faje wala nimme yala wato bang ya bula isai.
The evidence so far seems to suggest that during your time the highest qualification among the prison officials was secondary 4. Don't you think that the lack of education and professionalism in the service had also something to do with the fact that they only performed warehousing functions?
Ani fana CDR do bije mindi jang ko comme ni kasola do kulalo minu bije ila karango danta comme secondary to secondary 4 sa ite la jiro to yamaro fo mon kol kafunde ka je ko ka kaso dulaje ka ke dulati mi alon ko dula kol yarangolti moli minu be soron kono dina ka wol mako e pour sa mani funtene se fam na fam ifan na fam.
Yes, inadequate education, very low salaries, very poor working conditions. In fact, you have to visit Mile 2 and see where some of these folks live. You can understand why they'd be willing to take $100 and take risks that could end up putting them in jail themselves. So education, the poor working conditions, poor salaries, all those are related.
Doku nyala kolea, jola doya, karango la doya, ñilumu kulleti men ya lon ko ye kaso kono sangarandi asakendi fang hani dalasi keme kaso kono do kula asi jare aye ay kuke niasi dalasi keme o soto je me ya lon ko nata wanyari o sakendi ay dum kukono men sike kukole ngoti fenten fonyin kusabo jola doya karangola doya anin kukotan lu men ya lon ko be larin kaso la je
17th August 2012, Janneh announced his intention to execute death row inmates. Tell us about that.
17 August 19?
2012.
2012
ya jamme nyin kankula ka foko abe molle fala e kaso kono ko fo molle ba.
Well, I think some religious leaders had sent appeals to Janneh to free prisoners on the occasion of the Eid.
Namira dina nyaton ko lu soton tale men ye wasi kuma kangolu ki Janneh salo bunya kama pour asiyam fakaso lankoliye.
There was a lot of hope within the prison community that he was going to do exactly that, free a lot of prisoners, or at least try to improve prison conditions. Instead, he announced he was going to kill everyone on death row.
Andu jiki bana ta soto kasokono biri molio moy ko tumandolu ko lube sono yale katu asike ay yam fakaso lankolu mo jamaye salo bunya kamma bari muna nata ke jamena ta kolu sangarandi nyamen wala nyinti ko luwaye menu be soron kasola ko nyanta falale ay nyin kankula ka be falale.
Indicated that within a week of the announcement, he was going to kill everyone on death row, execute everyone on death row.
Andungo ko aya kankula lokun kilimo kono biri nyin kumo fota ko
within a month.
Kar kilimo kono ko men ya lon ko loi ya foko nyante falale aka be fala.
And the fact that he refused to see some foreign diplomats who came here to appeal to him sent, a lot of fear within the prison system. We were afraid that he was going to carry this out because he didn't want to see anybody. He delegated them to the vice president.
Alung ayasa bufang luntang lubotam mane menu nata purkana wasi yaya jamme prae yamfa bari muna nata molu silandi kende ke menu be kasola abalanta le purka uluje anata muna ke ayolu be nyori puriyeta vice president le kang o yatara te nyin kango kankula fuka pare kabe faro kala bitungole nata ke kasola nkoli silam bati wairi abalanta le purka uluntang uluje menu nata dani prae yamfa.
He stuck to his guns and some executions took place, didn't he?
Yes, he executed 9 prisoners.
Tell us what you know about the events that took place before those actual executions.
I worked with 2 death row inmates, Lamin Dabo and Aliuba, to get a listing of everyone on death row, and it was 48.
Ning Aliuba ni Lamin Dabo yodo koke. Puru nyin kamala menu be alon kolua e faro le laikang puru nse be sotono motan nani ni nsainga wole tolu soton.
And on August 23rd, 2012, around 9:30 p.m., a group of security personnel and others, I don't know, came into the prison yard to take the folks who were meant to be executed that night.
August karo tilimuan nin sabo, talang konon to suto, lemu alamolu nata, purukana nyimolu kama, puru bitamen nufala, bitu nyimmo konon tolu tombongo tumole, ye mutai ni tata.
I knew Alaji Job, superintendent at Mile 2, was there.
Nalonko Alaji Job, superintendent, member Mile 2, afanambije le kasoko no utumo.
Deputy Director Yaya Jaju.
Deputy Director Yaya Jaju.
And many others.
Animo jama menu mo kasoko no dokulalti.
They got 8 inmates from the male section of, from the security wing.
Yemo sai keolu tombo meni alonko lebe security wing wole muila kantabunda nyinti.
And one female, Tabara Samba, making it 9.
Itata musu kilim fana muta musul la karola ka fo me tabara samba wala yake mo konon ton jangoti.
And they ultimately got executed.
Andung inata mo konon ton le samba itate fa.
Among the group, one had serious mental problems, Abubakar Yabo.
Andung mo lu kono mo kilim bije me ya lonko. Solde me kurantole mo ati men sangata tabake ka fa Abubakar Yabo.
In fact, he didn't offer any resistance and just followed them, even though the others were fighting and doing all sorts of things. He simply followed them without any clothes.
Ate mahani balamfang kadu dolu de uliela balambaya itandile. Bari ate nyinga Abubakar Yabo mahani balang ate bulate normale dorong akense maonya kabule no mani tata nyola.
No, Lamin Dabo was sentenced to death during the Jawara era, but it was commuted to life. But he ended up being executed as well.
Lamin Dabo, yate kitindi ka soron Jawara la wucheo le kono watu men Jawara be mararola. Andu ya sayale la kambari inatala o saya yelemandi ya ka ako asiwoto asio la kasola. Woto atebe mo le kono menu manyamfala bari la banta sambala le kabula mo kono ntoko no itatefa.
When he was being taken out, he started yelling.
Biriba fintindi kan kasamba utumolong awadamu tataka wuri.
Amadou Ikatamfale, Amadou Ikatamfale.
He was saying, calling my name, saying that Amadou, they are going to kill me. Amadou, they are going to kill me.
Then I realized out of about 1,000 prisoners, the guy calls my name and that I had to do something, and that's why I sent a listing of everyone who was taken and executed.
Andu dame yalon ko men siata mo wuli kilinti kaso lankolu be damen bara bente dam manne to kumandi kan wala nante fanan nsembo se dan damen wala ngaw tolu safe men yalon ko be je wotumo men be death row ngawlu be tolu safe adu ngawle fintindi fanan pour molu salom membe kering.
And I know Dauda Bojang also did not exhaust his legal options.
Adu ngalon ko Dauda Bojang fanan na karola luwaye kolu men fo ala karola ufanalu mambang wotumo.
This case ended at the Court of Appeal.
Atela kito bant adanta kiti sain kambunda nyinela.
I put out information and sent it to my colleagues in Data for Source and got it published.
Mfananga muneke na safero leke nga kibaro lukensung ngeki ndoku nyoye ikafomeye ndei tafa sose wafana manna idaha aya safe hanufo ay nyinki baro lu banke.
For 2 days the government denied that any executions had taken place.
Tilifula mansa kundabe balarinding kafoko mammo faje tilifulo bebe balanding andu yatare nyilufa.
But after that they came around and confirmed but said it took place on Saturday, not Thursday, but the same names.
Inatana muru iko ha tonyala faro ketale bari yake aramis wala manke sibitoti bari nata o molle tolu bondi ka fo nyille fa.
I'm sorry about that. You felt obliged that you should bring out this information to the world.
Yes.
Ko haketu ya jeko ko ajarita le pure nyin kibaro nyin funtindi dunia be ya kalmuta.
Yes.
And indeed, as a result of public pressure, especially internationally, no more executions took place.
Dung o kwang ukul re atinda fang hani ikabo bantala banko fango ya fanam balantale o fo ya sabo nyin ko man na continue danta wole nyam.
Yes, the executions stopped, and I recall some of the people on death row who were spared as a result, like Lai Juve, mentioning Scott, thank you, and I had to tell them, hey, you know, don't mention me in any of this stuff. But we were glad that the executions stopped, and I believe they contributed to my freedom because they put a lot of spotlight on the Gambia.
Ha ngalonko wo safelo mengake wonya wonata sabule hanufo briye nyim faro luke adanta wole la imanna mo fa kotake yo bari bitu fanambe kola molu men be kola juuf wolnata wuli hanufo e ka jaironi tenturo futandin tema nko hani ala bulaten rong bitu mo fanan nganyim mutako wo kuolu laña nata ke sababotile me ya kende hanfo nte fon fanan nata tara buloko no yembula kaatu bantala bankolu ila kafolu ning ila lolalu ul fanal wulta kolale ka tontondiro nyori nan Gambia man sakunda kan.
The execution stopped because of the works done by the Coalition for Change, you being inside, Ndeitafa and others being outside, but you also put pressure on the government by taking Jammeh to court on some other cases, correct?
Fo ñing faru ko ñing ya stop le ya dandile kabring ya joko ñing coalition of change fanam be tamakande andu yi don do ko ñoo Ndeitafa sose o fanam bakang andite be kono to jang bare hani fo binata wakilo je kaje ko kama sekunda samba hani fo kiti bungoto fo le atinda ñing kol nata abangol ñam.
Yes, once I was in prison, Ndeitafa teamed up with Bankamane to create civil society associations of Gambia. That where the statements came from them. The court action was taken in the name of CSAC, basically to protect me as well. So Ndeitafa and Bankamane, and later with the help of Jega and Gray Johnson, we worked to take legal action against the government well beyond my prison term.
Because kol nata ke wonyale kato ayasa bunte be kono to janya nyandi Ndeitafa sose be banda ate nata ke moti me yalonko anim Bankamane nata wuli ye konyi noma sata hanfo inata samaniro wulindi nyin Gambia man sakunda kama utumo yo bitumo fanan nata soto me yalonko kafute maka konyi sembentu ya ikafome Jegan Gray Johnson o fanan nata ke moti mellate kan kama ko iro ke kanyin kota mandi kito bunda la karola hani fol be nata ke sababoti nte be janyaw nyandi mbe kono to bari alhamdulillah wala nata ke kuti me yalon kontel be la taram fambulo nata soto wala kono.
Soon after that you were released. Tell us about that.
Wokola iti nata yete bula sila oku fana fomoli
Man min fo al wolam ko telefono bembulu nun jele.
English. What I didn't say was that I had a telephone with me inside there.
Ning U.S. Embassy, Amnesty, and any more. Now I see why you're laughing, because I switched languages. What I didn't say is that I had a phone, an iPhone 4, and kept in touch with the U.S. Embassy and human rights organizations during my stay there.
Mammem fonum kolu kono wala nyindi ko telefono bembulu iPhone 4 meyem makoy ning America Embassy o Amnesty International ni nyim banku te makafuko tangulu ni ka nyomoy nun o telefono to wol fanan keta sababu doti ma wo fonum bari wala be kerin no tumo.
So after the executions, I knew there was a lot of pressure on the government and that the US was doing a whole lot to try to gain some of us, to gain us freedom, myself and Tamsir Jase.
Andu be ko la brio mo fake foka pare bantala bankolu nata tontondiro me la mansakunda kan ulu be ko la America mansakunda inata wuli ilota fananka katakoluke pour ka jako ntekungo anin Tamsir Jase isen telefonalu bula mulu kono men ya lonko isen fintindi.
With the help of Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson, and James Gomez, a Gambian working for him, the Reverend intervened, and we were pardoned and then expelled from the country.
Reverend Jesse Jackson memu America kono alfati atenata wuli akola ayakata bake anin Gambia dindo membe do ko ke kanga yenung ikafome James Gomez wulta ya ko tamandi hanfo labango mansakunda nata yam fantoliye bari yam fatanya dron nin Tamsir Jase yam fintindi banko kan.
I said expulsion because our condition for release was that from the prison we were to go straight to the plane and never to come back as long as Jammeh was here, not even allowed to change clothes.
Ne jam ko akata bayro leti kan bay banko kan gatu yentel bondi kasola nyaming iman na song haninga dun sate kono de yenten tendi wala nyama kata kuluntila jirulato yembulandi kuluntila kono nyale hani kan na feto fatolu faling amang kunje yem fintindi banko kan wala nyama yem bulandi kuluntila la andun wo keta nyin dalilo le kanko fannin jammele be mararo la nyim banko kan ntel kana nene kana muruna nyim banko kan koteke yen samba wo kan le kan kam fintindi banko kan wala nanko yem bayle.
And the then Justice Minister, Jabate, threatened me, my mom, to say if I continue with my anti-government activities, I may not, see her.
Yo, adung utumo, memu minister memma tatiliuni kiti kunya la ikafaye Jobate. Anatante kungo silandi animbama kafoko nimanda hawo kuolula asekeno nene nyatelo lambama kankoteke.
What's the first name of Jabate?
I think it's Lamin Jabate.
Ngamira
No,
tomu
it's
Lamin
Jobate.
Jobate leti.
Minister of Justice at the time.
Tembo
2012.
Atelamin Jobate lo minister ti member justice la tilim intro nyata mandola Carola atelo minister ti 2012 wotembo.
But he ended up spending more time in jail than I ever did.
Ate fawna ta labang wato ke la kasola mensiata nte la kasola lati birinte botaje wato me.
The guy who arrested me picked me up before I got into the embassy. May his soul rest in peace. Passed away a day to the 9th anniversary of when he caught me.
Meye muta wato membe bori kampurka dung America embassy okono. Alama yamfakelae ate fanang afata tili kilindorong janni wo lungu be sila lungu wo ko nyanta jurara.
Sad story. I leave it at that, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Well, at the end of it all, at the end of 22 years of outrageous brutalities, the dictatorship came to an ignominious end. You have contributed. Oh, sorry.
Chairman ko sanji muang anim fula tajire ya jawo menketa marali jawo ti nyimbankun kang anata bang malokono me ya lonko wala keta nyimbanko moli.
You have contributed a lot with your colleagues and sacrificed enormously for the country to reach that point.
Ya kata ye kutukata lakang yela kato dango beke inika funyolu me ya kendi hanfo bankona tafuta hanfo wo tembe dato iteni la kafunyolo kata kendo kang.
I just want to remind people of a particular provision in the Act, the TRRC Act 2017. That's a constituent instrument of the TRRC.
Lafta banko molu hakilo bulandi la loi la sartola TRRC la loi lu nyelu kono 2017 sango kono ye sarto melondi TRRC la lotan kangulu kang.
I'm doing so especially in the context of your testimony this afternoon.
Mbake kan nyinda lilo le kang itla CDRO kungo kang wala nambe nyin kuofola bi tilola ila CDRO dalilo kang.
This is a relevant provision of Section 13 of the Act.
Adu nyimu bunda kuma baleti fana tang anin sabanjango luala o sarto nyin kono.
The principal objectives of the Commission is to create an impartial historical record of violations and abuses of human rights from July 1994 to January 2017 in order to, among other things, this is the key part, in order to prevent a repeat of the violations and abuses suffered by we make recommendations for the establishment of appropriate preventive mechanisms, including institutional and legal reforms.
Wadalilo minyintiko. Nsi tariko nse kuo safe meya lonko asike kukuma bati nyimbanko la tariko kono tajire ya tilimbali yalu nyanta tinyalu meni ya lonko wole keta usanji muani mfulo uche o nyinkono puru nyin kamala sartol silo isitama a nyongo nena kana sayin kan kote ke nyimbanko kan me yalon ko wolle keta o tajire yal ni o kuja woluti nyin kamala banko nse atankandi o nyonku fasongol masinin samu banko la taram fambulo ni ngala lotan kan lusi saha nyimbanko la koluto me yalon ko wolle safeta TRRC la dalilolu mu wolleti pour kaje ko o tariki saharingo menketa nyimbanko kan ay safe ay tara laring ay tara caring.
Your testimony this afternoon would help us enormously in fulfilling this particular provision in our mandate.
Ila bi CDRO abem mako ila ba kele puru kolu men nyanta tarla wo sarto kono pour kawlu londi ay bambang woto ila o nyi CDRO bentelu mako ila ba kele pour kaw sarto timmandi.
We cannot add or deduct from the very eloquent statement that Council has been reading quoting from, that you have provided us. But we want to thank you enormously for your testimony, and I'll now give the floor to the commissioners who may have questions to ask. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman.
Bishop Odiko Akoinumbara Chairman.
Dr. Janneh.
Dr. Janneh.
During the time when you serve as Secretary of State for Communication,
Secretary of State
how did the cabinet meeting at that time look like? Do you have agenda, etc., etc.?
Wotumo nin cabinet la bengolu bekela. Wotumo akakenya adile fo janali ben ika safero kele ko nyin wolle nyanta kachala o bengoto bang fudo akakenya adile.
On paper, it looked like the normal cabinet meeting with an agenda and policy papers circulated ahead of time.
Kaito balade akakewale nyama kunkolu kasafele ko kacha nyanta kala tukulu menuti aning sartolu fanali nyanta lala nyamin wobe katara kaitolu balale kamen janjandi.
The meetings were very sporadic, but even when we were given a time, we went on for sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours without them showing up yet.
Bengolu kake wati ni wati kumandiro leti. Bari hanin na tafana watu fota nyembenta. Tumodo lunkasile montoro wati kiling wati fula. Janin jamme ba kumufintindi la purka na mabebe mutu.
We only made sure that we were fed and we had attire and all that stuff, but he could either cancel or when he shows up, the agenda could change, to something else. And you may not see a colleague around, and after the meeting, your driver tells you it was announced that he got fired. And no mention of that in cabinet or anywhere.
Bengolu nyilu tumodo lunenga fota hanufonto lubenta. Akajele denga domoroke nga ming andungunsi ataya ming kol laftala nyaming. Bar tumodo lu wobengolu fangolu kana baile. Wala nana atana fananga futata je. Bengo nyanta kela dalilo menti kachalu menu nyanta kela. Wo fananka falinne. Adun wo bendu lato je fanang ikafunyo minister sisoto ite menjela. Ningi mam menje dum fanang. Ning al janjantal besaila. Asekeno ite la drive wo fango. Wale ba fulenko minister kari de yo baile de.
Second question actually is about the mentally sick people at the Mindful prison. Where did they, is it that they were convicted while they were mentally deranged, or did they contract this, the mental sickness while they were in prison?
Nanyin karfula njangu nyinitiki. Nyinyama tolu menu be kasola. Akaketa tenne bang ye soronne wayatara inyama tafoka pare bang fodum nyama kaboy nyilu kan kasole kono ni natije foka pare.
You had both, and it said a lot about our society, how somebody who didn't know where he was could go through a trial, be convicted, and then sent to prison.
Akufulo beka kelede. Dolu nyama to male kasoron dolu ni nataje nyama. Bari meye njakali wole mome yalonko atafambulu asondomo ta bala isi o sambano nyaadi le kitola yeo kitindi koita iba kitindi kanne yena mari mutaka soron kasola wo de wo ketanye tere makuti jakali kolem.
Thank you. Take the commissioners on my right. Commissioner Kinte, you have the floor, please. No.
Hello, assalamu alaikum, Amadou.
Commissioner Kinte, wala kana nyinin karola ko assalamu alaikum Amadou.
Yeto kilim fo jang ngamere tolle e mulun to kilingol mbare a fo nyaale fatata mobe jang prison mi alon mo jamaya ato fo janne ka va jumbo.
Yeto kilim, you name the person here. Maybe it is a change of a name. But a lot of other people who came here to testify named him, and that's the person called Jumbo.
Barita kaine Jumbo.
The others called him Jimbo, but you called him as Jumbo. Is it the same person?
Bariani mol menu to fo nyola we ya itandintela ko ibe Jumbo la, not Jumbo. Malong prungo la ko indi follow.
I want to clarify this point because the other people you named with him, according to the others who testified here, were the same people who were with him, but you called him as Jumbo. So this is what I want to clarify, whether it's the same person.
Well, Jimbo, maybe na gunjur mandinka kangolong bari nyindong womunum prison officer leti ay sembo soto fo ateni kan sambano kan sorong kan wura. So nyin Jumbo ni Jumbo fulobe prison officers leti bang.
Well, maybe it is the language from Gunjur which I speak, but it might be Jimbo, Jumbo, it might be the same person, but this person is the person who stripped me naked and did other things in the prison. He's a prison officer.
Nka Jimbo men foten prison officer lemu, bari kabiringa be sajini ya fangola sembo wartale ko commandal.
This Jimbo we are talking about, since the time he was a sergeant, he had he had powers in the prison which were enormous.
Ko wato director la errand boy lem.
And they said at that time he was the director's errand boy.
Andung ko ku katama je adabi je le wara kalamuta koirinkele.
And whatever happens in the prison, he is either part of it or he is aware of it plainly.
And alabanta kela commissioner of operation let.
And finally he became the commissioner of operations in the jail.
Ulana tolu sudiyata nyola nyame ani ikani menu fana woni be atofola ikanyi lamin jaju yaya jaju yemen commandi deputy director la aning Ibrahima Jamme eko ka fo me chief torturer and so on iketo le tolu fo nyola wala na ngamera toni wo sabateta ko jumbolemu not jombo so that ngoto isaja se koina fankolu bala.
These two names are similar, Jimbo and Jumbo. But whatever he is, this man is the man whose name has been called with other people like Ibrahima Jammeh and the others who were notorious people in the prison. So this is why I thought that it might be the same person, as the names are very similar. So this is why I want to clarify this point to be sure that it is the same person that we are talking about. Because when the others testified here, the people that he works with are the same people that other people named here. So this is why I thought that it might be the same person.
Dr. Janneh, if you can just hold for a moment. Okay. Counsel, you raise a point of order. Can you please make the point of order before he answers?
According to our investigations, there are two individuals. One is called Jimbo, the other is called Jumbo.
Okay.
He is referring to Jumbo. So whereas other witnesses also talked about Jimbo. So we have two people, but we would make the effort to distinguish between them because the point you have raised is quite legitimate. Mm-hmm. We may be confusing the acts of one for another person. Good point.
Witness, can you confirm that clarification, please, and then continue to answer Commissioner Kinte's
I took notes, very good notes, but the pronunciation, I could be off on that. But at least this is the person who was in that type of position and worked very closely with Sefla or Yaya Jaju, and also Alaji Job.
Nga safero lukele de purun sa long mbe menu fala bari bitum ate nyimmo mole me ya lonko animmo kotongol la kolu kata nyola ni ka do koke e ka fo me alaji job ani ka fo men fana ye sefla aniol la kolu kata ta nyola bake bare ase keno fana na fori nyalu me wolle keta kolu ti men ye fatam fanso nati
na bunda fula nyang wala munyenti ye même fo president ni to kuyata bake motilimbali yala ini NIL ye moto fo jamme alon ko birita futata wala le jia ye ju fengol di la taring lantom bon tamba ka chalu menu keta jan ya ko lun sotota ye lantom bon sike ya samba banda iba sendi lana wato menna dana ka ate moya ragleri ngoto malon fo itela taro kono je isim ma ko eno kanka chandi tajirentu yal menu dolu keta natare fennu kala mutaje.
Yes, my second question is the tortures that took place in the prison, and these people named here were named as the very people who were notorious in torturing people in the prison. And for one incident, a man called Lantombon Tamba one day was taken out. When they were taking him out, he was in his normal way as a person, he was normal. But the time they brought him back, he was a different person. So I don't know how you can help us to distinguish the deeds or what happened to this man in jail, whether you are aware of anything concerning this incident.
Well, not necessarily Lang Tombong's case, but I mentioned Aliuba, who was at Bambadinka before me and was tortured there. But also Jesus, former IGP, at least when I was there, you know, some agents, I believe NIA would take him out of the prisons, and when he came back the next day, our fellow prisoners had to go and attend to him. So those were common within the prisons.
Aseke because katu hana manke lantombol na kuoda mandi. Molu menu buka Aliuba ngotar le Bambadinka. Yo adung nyimolu hana manke Aliuba da manti fanang. Ye tajire ya balle ke modolu la je men ya lonko keta kaso kono jele. Men ya lonko mbota kalama nyimu kuleti men ya lonko nyin kaso la do kula lu tumodolu ikanyin lan na tambi kolu ke molu la jele. Ko nga fo nyamin Aliuba ngotar Bambadinka le.
Thank you very much. I now turn to commissioners on the right. Imam Jallo, you have the floor, please.
Saying Imam Jallo, wala kane nyininka.
Witness,
Akosedo.
I would like to first of all congratulate you and your group.
Follow akabet ijaila inila kafo mula bali kontonna.
The Coalition for Change.
Kafo me Coalition for Change.
And the opportunity you have given to Gambians for this new change.
Andu ye bunda me yele Gambian kolye puru nyim falingo yesoto.
Now that change has come about,
andu wairi saying wo falingo felenti aketa.
What are you going to do with your organization to ensure that you continue to serve as the watchdog of this country?
Saying inila okafo alemune hamme soto ko albemmenkela pour ka continue kake kantar la luti nyimbanko kam pour tilingu nintonya etama.
Thank you.
Inumbara.
Well, thank you for the kind comments, but we're trying to pass the mantle to a new generation as far as CCG itself is concerned. But the fight for democracy and human rights, we will continue in other contexts.
Inumbara bake ila ujairo kan. Bari nyin tembeng telefonalu laftale nga wo tamaran doko chika nga dui kafu kotangulu la meni ya lonko wulube wuli kan saying puru wolu silon tolu sinnoto ye tonya ni wo tilingu tamandi kaje ko weke kuti mensi sabati nyimbanko kan.
Thank you. Commissioner Jones, you have the floor.
Commissioner Jones, fanan lafta kala.
Thank you, Mr. Scattred Janneh, for your testimony, and apologies for all you had to go through.
Inumbara Mr. Scattred Janneh ila CDRO kan aning yemantoro mentaki kuolu kono.
My questions would center on the detention center at the airport that you mentioned.
Nanyin karo betilin molu muta dinkirale la yemen for mentata kuluntila jidulato.
I would like to know, whilst you were there any other people who were detained there as well?
Left alone na watu me yete samba je ke sindi je fodu modolu sototele menu bije no tumo bang menu be mutu okono.
No.
No, hani, moti jenotumo.
Okay, in other detention centers that we visited, there was evidence to suggest that it was also used as a torture center. We found materials or equipment such as hooks on the wall. Could you please tell us if that was the case? Was there anything that you saw whilst there that suggests it was also used as a torture center?
Wato men sotontanta ta dinkiralu dolu kumpabo ikamolu tilimbalia wo dinkiralu to ke tajire ya na jorangolu dolu je wo dinkiralu to menu beke molu dendangolu anin dolimbalu men ya lonko ikamolu mutai ke tajire ya wo fengol lela folu sike kuti banga ibota men kala mawalla si menu je wo muta dinkiralu to.
I can't tell. The only thing I can say is that they were used because of the urine and sometimes even feces, that those places were actually used, but I cannot tell if people were tortured there or not.
Nta fono la defo dinkiralu mutajire ya dinkiralu leti bari nta trattamento je woto na manke nyin jala muto sum kangoti anin keneto ta sum kangolu mene ya lon koy tarta kono to je ngawlu tarjele de ngawlu jele bari bitu nta fono la fo ikamolu tajire ya jele bang fo buka kujawo kamol la je.
Thank you. That will be all for me.
Inumbara ntela nyin karo danta woldo.
Thank you very much, Emma. Fine. There are no more questions from the commissioners. But before you make your concluding remarks, Dr. Janneh, I wonder if you can just clarify a small point for me.
Janni bela kacha kumfala Dr. Janneh lefta dulandin sotonta ibe dem lefta ida menu seneyandinyi.
You had made reference to Yaya Jammeh being or similar to a chameleon.
Yenyum folako Yaya Jammeh yaning nyankonkorong le muliyandi.
And for the chameleon to enhance the chameleon's camouflage, the color that it comes close to is the color that it picks up. It gets a brown color, passes that, then the next one is red, then the red color is what would reflect on the camouflage that Nyankong mental. Tambilo mena jete nemo. Namu Nyankong di momembe sira dalaje melnata. Because when you said Nyankong jiko lebal fenko nyindo, ite melnata je, ite munjikale nati damialang. Matu ngela ngela jikota wara be diamule ni mu ke fatim ti bara gur ke fatim bale moyti abe fatiala itanilel ni mu ke jite oti ay ni wota jete wonya ina ta nyato nyam konkon be ama camouflage mental abe ke jito yala itanila. Which one is which?
Well, according to the chairman's question, is that a chameleon adopts colors of objects or things that it comes closer to. If it is a red object, the moment it comes near that red object, it will become red. So in that case, and in your case, would you say that he takes the colors of people that comes near him or that are always with him? And I know that you are another brave person from Gunjur. So what is what? Would you like to clarify that for me?
Maybe Jammeh was a rare chameleon. It was difficult to describe in those terms. He was very unpredictable.
Jammeh asekeno atemu nyankonkon façon doleti wala nyankonkoron façon doleti men nin dolu fatata. Andung puruka afo atemu mo façon menti mo bukate la kuma fono ka foko nyimbete na bekelatene mo bukala kulu haimano so atemu mo façon leti.
I know there was a minister that he called regularly, even at odd hours, but it got to a stage, another stage, when he decided he didn't want to see him anywhere. Even if he saw him in public, he would ask the agents to take him out of that place.
Katu wati sotonta, minister do sotonta nung, akatuo kumandile le wati wo wati, hani dutala, akawo kumandile aniosi nyomwe. Bari wati nata soto, ala konante ya fangu be nata jiwole kan katu hani kafo kono nayo hainang akala moja wolu kumandile yetawo mari kama ka fintindi o kafo nyin kono prae boje.
And that's why I say he's a different type.
Wala nanko ate munyankonkon façon doleti.
That's fantastic, but thank you again very much indeed. I'm sorry to take you into Nyankongong's habits and other things. But if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to make it now.
Well, I'll try to make it short. I'm very glad to have been given this opportunity. To tell my story, because I had been through various facets. I had been through various facets of Jammeh's regime. My main concern now isn't with the past regime. Of course, I'm interested in ensuring that we have justice, we have reconciliation.
Nadengu manke nyinti mansakunda membota jang katu naha momunyeti puru tonya nintilingo yetama ngawosoto banko kang womuna hammedalete.
I think I see signs of us moving back gradually, even though we'll never allow a return to the status quo ante anymore.
Ngata mansero leje meni yaitandi kombe murukan komalede katao koma kuolu kang bari mamira songosi kewala puru ngata hanfo ngafuta otembedato.
Because I still see that much of the system that we fought against is intact in many ways.
Katu ngaje ko ntelinga kuo menkele lefta meye bonyim banko kang kuru yasilolu hanimbi jamalle be kerin jande menu yalonko nyabala luolu.
Some of the individuals I mentioned are still serving. And I'm also still chastising them. The laws that we fought against are largely intact. And the excesses of the previous regime, we're still seeing evidence of that happening again. We should try not to empower the executive. Well, we should try to ensure that we have meaningful reforms, not just reforms in name. And I believe the purpose of this enterprise is to ensure that we have security sector reforms, that human rights are really protected and guaranteed, and to make sure that we have true democracy in this country.
Adun nyimnamu hamoti purungaje ko falingulu yeke falingulu menu la kumo fota falingulu yeke menu nyantalo la nyimbanko kan sako falingulu menu beko na kanto nin tankada falingu ikafome security reforms wulmu kulleti meni alonko inyantale yelo yetama nyimbanko kan adun hana manke odammanti kolu meni alonko wollemu nyimbanko la nyantolu nin sambaranguluti nyanta jalale wolu beyelo yetama nyimbanko kan meni alonko itekelanye koma saiti meni alonko itekelanye tinya dalti nyimbanko kan nyanta fero kelale ngaw taran siloluta.
Unless we have the types of changes that will result in checks and balances, that will result in term limits, the diaspora participating, and things like redistricting will end up very close to what we had here before.
Andum benyim falingulu menu fokanteng inyanta kelale kolu menu beko mararo maralawo maralla anyanta wuchewle sotonna wo wuchewo nyanta lolale anim fanam banku dingulu men yalon ko be bantala wolu fanal la nyanto puri daytara banko kolu kono wo fanan nyanta lolale anin tundolu fanal la talanya katiling wolu fanal mu kukum maleti menu nyanta jubela pour kallo ningolu dodo manke wotombe sa kan kununku wolle kan.
Not to keep you here too long, the key is that you have a very important task,
we hope that the outcome of your work is that we have meaningful reforms in every sector, and these have to be real. We know beyond you submitting your reports and doing your job, the next part is to get the government to do its part.
Hana malla fikru mewe ke jambake katambi nyinna. Bari akumayata bake puru nyimfalin kolu menu fotateng ye tama. Adung mansakunda membe kering nyimu itelukuna longkunto duno leti. Puru kajako na teliyala do ko ke jang hanifo aliye bandi alaya marolu nyanta kela kolu menuti tarambulolu nin simfalu menu nyanta tala wolu be nyanta kela kulleti men si lo ye sabati ye tama wala ye kenyim banko kan men si kenna banko sambara nyanyi mati.
Finally, we've seen commissions made up of very able individuals submit very impressive reports and recommendations, only for those to be relegated to the back burner. We hope that won't happen with yours, but if it happens, it won't be your responsibility. I believe you are doing an excellent work. Thank you.
Tonya kafolu lota nyimbanko kanne anin kolu bonyotoran kafolu wolu yela do koke yela ya marolu safe ye kuma kangolu fo menu ya lonko inyanta kala tarambulo leti bari nata muneje wolu law ya marolu ni law tarambulo lu menu ya lonko ye nyala tombong mem nyanta kala banko la tukumuluti yewlu mutale dro yela ndi karala adon atel fanal be nyin do ko men na teng man la fikaje ko alenyin do ko ke foka pare wo ku kilingo yenake ka law do ko ta ka landi karala kuta tamala je ngamira a wode wo manyan na kala atella do ko te nganyinji ko soto ko na tel yalla do ko ke faliye bandi hanfo aliyafutandi bundato anyanta tala damin woto kunyanta tamala le wo yamarol to wo loktan kangol to wo simfalu to menu nyanta tamala.
Thank you.
Allah baraka.
Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Janneh, again for coming to testify before the Commission. And thanks also really go to the interpreters, the sign language expert, and the entire Secretariat. We've stayed much longer than we normally would do, but if I had my way, we will continue until midnight. This is going on very, very well. But again, thank you very much indeed. And we will meet tomorrow morning sharp at 10 o'clock. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.